Welcome, everyone, to today's live stream, the Christmas Eve live stream. Yes, that's tomorrow's Christmas Eve, so this is Christmas Eve. And we're going to do some more Plant Crafter today. Of course, we're going to do, all sorts of building, having fun with it, stuff like that. And, yeah, just nice, relax, everything. Timmy's here with me, of course. You got to have Timmy on the stream. Gotta have him out here to show off, which is why, we're gonna start out with his normal treat. He's been good, he's been patient. Got the red and white, twisty, like peppermint cane looking treat. And then he gets his little dental stick. It's a dark green, like a Christmas tree green. So it's Christmas colors for Timmy. Yeah? Here. I know what you want, the green one first, don't you? And he's like, yep, there he goes. So, before we get into the game, we've got, of course, winter sale going on Steam right now. Winter sale is going. Plenty of games on sale. And, of course, first one I'm going to go ahead and say, I got to say it, is No Man's Sky. Once again, on sale, 50% off. Which means for $30, less than half the price, you can get a better game than Starfield. That's right, a better space exploration RPG type game than Starfield. The combat maybe doesn't have the realistic grittiness maybe that Starfield does. It doesn't have as detailed graphics as Starfield does. But it's a better game, and it's a proper space exploration game where you actually fly a spacecraft, and it actually feels like you're meant to fly a spacecraft instead of just loading screens everywhere. So $30. If you don't have No Man's Sky, grab it now. And from what I saw, they've got an update coming out soon that's going to do some overhauls with the space stations, if I remember seeing right. I think they're going to have a new update soon for more stuff with the space stations. But again, winter sale is going right now. And also make sure you're getting your free daily rewards all sale long. I have forgotten at least once already, I think, to grab one. But you just come to the main store page and you're going to have this thing, claim your free daily reward. It's just little things like, I think this one was a penguin icon or something like that you get. And then go and check out the games. You see there's a lot of games on sale. I mean, some serious discounts. Like, if you want that one, that's $13.49 for a game, 70% off. A lot of the games that have the best discounts, I've already got. So, it doesn't help me out so much on that. But again, there are some really good ones out there. No Man's Sky being one of the really good deals. There it is. No Man's Sky. $30, better game, better ratings than Starfield. Grounded is 40% off. That's actually closer to what the game really should be selling for anyway, based on similar games. It took me a while to get into it, but based on similar games, that is a appropriate price point for it. So if you ever were going to get Grounded and hadn't got it yet, now's the time. You can buy it for what it's really worth. Doom Eternal, $10 if that's your thing. I may actually get that. That would be a good one for the Steam Deck. Might feel like classic Doom for me. Horizon Zero Dawn is a good one. I've played it both PC and Steam Deck. I like the PC. I like the keyboard and mouse controls for it better. It felt awkward on Steam Deck, but it's just because I'm not as used to game controllers anymore. I'm much more of I love my MMO mouse. My last 12 buttons right here. I love those. It's just ever since I got that, it's been a game changer, and I can't go back. Let's see. 7 Days to Die, $6 if you want to get a game that is perpetually alpha. It seems it's been 10 years that game has been in alpha state. I think yeah. December 13th, 2023. If you look right above where the box is there, it's been 10 years since it hit Steam, and it's still considered alpha. So, yeah, $7 if you want to check that one out. They've made a lot of improvements over the years, but it's still, there are certain things about it I just can't get into. It just kind of destroys the gameplay for me. Ark Survival is surprisingly not on sale. It's $15. Now, they lowered the price. It used to be $25 or $20. It was $25, I know, at one point. I think when I got it, it was $25. Then it was $20 before. Now they've lowered it $5 more if you want to buy just the original, not the remastered one. And still, that's a better game than Starfield. More content in that game than Starfield, in my opinion. Better map, too. More to do. Yeah, plenty of them. Just a lot of stuff on sale. Wow. Prey. Granted, it's 2017. If you're looking for something cheap to play and you hadn't got it, granted, I've got it for free on Epic. It was free a while back. It's $3. Which, I mean, worst case, you just need something. I know it's supposed to be good on Steam Deck. $3 for a quick Steam Deck game if you want to get it. Plenty of games right now on sale. So I want to know, as people join in or you're watching this afterwards, I want to know in comments what everybody is getting on the winter sale. So if I can type and spell right. So, hello, Alice. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Gonna get plenty of Christmas presents from your parents. So, okay. Hopefully you get plenty of Christmas presents. Let's see now if I can figure out, why is that not wanting to let me select to pin it? That's supposed to let me pin the comment. Yeah, I get just lots of games on there. Alan Wake. This one's on sale here. I think I remember seeing Epic, if you want to go to the Epic store, has 2 on sale. Alan Wake 2. I've never played those, but it's got those on sale, I believe, on Epic. Yeah, totally accurate battle simulator. If you just like having fun with ragdoll effects and such, $6.79. So yeah, let's post in the chat as people come in what they're buying for the winter sale. And now we'll get ready to go into the game. Let me get my stuff pulled up. Let's see if I get to let me pin the comment this way. Yeah, there we go. Now it shows the little dots to the side. So, all right, Timmy's already finished his snacks. He's going to hang out to the side here real quick. So we're going to I'm going to make sure that the game is ready to go in OBS before it sits there and just can't figure out what it's doing. Well, I gotta give the game itself some time. It's trying to load still. It is not wanting to pick up. Why is that not picking up? There. Wow, that was some slowness right there. Okay, I think I am ready. Let's get going. Yay! Got video showing already in OBS. Just had to give it like 10 seconds to pick up this time. So, let's see. I am trying to think what we did the volcano last time. Hey, Dustin, thanks for joining in. Be sure if you got something you already picked out on the Steam sale, post in the chat because I want to hear everybody's planned purchases or what you've already bought from the winter sale. I want ideas. I want everybody to share their ideas for stuff to buy. Okay, so last time, I remember this. Last time, because it made me think of it as a Christmassy thing, because it's cookies. like Santa, you leave cookies and milk out for Santa. Last time I changed this because I was having problems with the cookies not wanting to launch consistently, where it would act like that slot was full as far as the drones and they wouldn't fill it up. And I turned 2 of these into additional ships for the fabric because it was just overflowing. Now I'm overflowing on cookies. Let's see how long it takes for this. 12 seconds. Yeah, that's about to immediately launch as soon as it gets back. Let's just see. Or maybe not. It's not quite there. Okay, maybe that's balancing out now. This seems to be doing better. So, plenty of tokens coming in still. Again, we were working on the volcano base. I had planned last time I was going to finish the live stream with a big, massive launch of rockets. I think 250 rockets I had planned. And YouTube, for some reason, decided my stream was over. They just said, nope, the stream is done, and cut the stream. I was still sending them stuff. I didn't drop stream. They just said, oh, you canceled your stream. And funny enough, afterwards, when I finally saw it happened, because I mean, I was still going here. It was still showing in YouTube's studio interface. When I saw that it was saying I was no longer live, I was like, okay. And then somehow YouTube created a second stream, but made it a private-only stream afterwards. So it cut me off, and then on the public side, it somehow made a second stream that was private to me only. And I'm not sure why that happened. So it was really weird. So we didn't get to launch all the rockets last time. So we're going to do that today. Might actually do that pretty quickly because I want to get that out of the way. That's going to be like a 10-minute frame rate completely locked up kind of situation. Just to get all the rockets launched. Sanchez, happy holidays to you too. Merry Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you know are celebrating. I guess we should say happy holidays for everybody because it encompasses everything. It's more generic in that aspect instead of being just specifically Christmas. Timmy, me, we're doing Christmas, but happy holidays everybody else. Where you get? You're getting. Dustin's getting Tectonica. Yeah, that's one I have. That's one of the ones I feel like I should get it. It's almost right up my alley. It's just the automation aspect of it. You know, like this game has automation, and I've added mods to add more automation to the game, which is great because I'm controlling the extent of how everything is being automated. And I almost feel like I still want certain things that you can automate better in this. But I like the automation because it's accessible. It's not making you go crazy, trying to build a spreadsheet and math out the optimal amount of flow of materials and things like you do in Satisfactory. And that's why Tectonica is one of those that I'm like, I feel like I should like it, but at the same time, I look at all the stuff for it, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is closer to the automation style of Satisfactory and the complexity of it than it is something like Planet Crafter or like FCS mods for Subnautica, where you just have it like, here's the deep driller is producing, and you can set it up to transfer stuff here, be accessible, whatever. You know, you got easier stuff. It's not too simplified, but it's not overly complicated. You know, it's not one of those where to really like Satisfactory to me is accessible up to a certain point, and then after that it gets to where it feels less like a game and more like I'm doing a job, like I'm working as an engineer, I'm working in like some sort of distribution center. I've got to try to help maximize the output of everything and make sure everything flows right. You know, like if I was working at a car manufacturing facility, it turns from being a game into feeling like I'm doing that. And the problem is with Satisfactory, you get to that point where it's like, to really progress in the game, you either just take a lot of time to do stuff in limited batches, manually upgrading stuff and having to do a lot of extra, like, oh, let me make a trip out here to get things and do all that. Or you have to bang your head against the wall trying to optimize everything and get it working. And the last time I played when I was doing videos for it, it's like every time I got something set up nice and working just right, bam, unlocked an upgrade. And I had to change practically everything. Or I had to make some new material, which means I had to change my output in some way. Like I didn't just need to produce iron to make iron bars for this. I now need to make like the plates. I needed to have a certain amount of plates, stay plates. I needed to have a certain amount of plates go to this to make this. You know, it just became, it's just one of those games that, to me, it goes past that point of fun. You know, in terms of the automation. That's why I like this game. That's why I don't want to buy Tectonica and get like 20 hours in and then it be the same thing. And I'm like, okay, this is no longer fun. And I got 20 hours out of it, and that's about the extent of I'll ever get out of it. That's my problem with Tectonica. Well, I won't buy it. That's why there's some other games I have wishlisted. Astro Colony, I want to say, is the name of it, if I remember right. It looks the same. It's got all the conveyors, and you do all that same stuff. And I'm just like, you know, the moment I see that, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, it just immediately brings back thoughts of Satisfactory, and I'm just like, I know what's going to happen. I'm going to get to a certain point, and I'm going to sit there and be like, okay, this is not fun anymore. And I'll just quit. I kind of like, instead, buying games that I know I'll play for a long time. Like this. This is absolutely worth it. No Man's Sky. I bet you said it before you came in. No Man's Sky is on sale for half off, and if you don't have that game and you're looking for a space RPG style game, $30 for No Man's Sky is better than Starfield. May not look as detailed as Starfield, but it's better than Starfield. Okay, I'm trying to see if there's anything I need to do here. Oh yeah, oh, that's full. And I remember now, this was automatically being harvested by drones, so that did not help with this. Oh, God. So much just stutter from drones. There's just too many things running. Too many drones appearing and disappearing. Let's see. I know one thing I was thinking I needed to do. I should have. Yeah, I got a lot of iridium going. Because I'm mostly using rods. And then I'm using a lot of uranium for rockets. Which, fortunately, I'm not burning through any of that right now. Because I'm kind of full on my rockets. Okay, I'm doing good on uranium rods. It's building up. Not as much as my iridium rods. Like, those are gonna max out quickly. Because of that big setup. So maybe it's time. I think I'm actually getting to the point it's time to trim down this little setup over here. I don't think I need 24 ore extractors over here anymore. I think I can do fine with just the 12. I needed a lot to kind of get things moving at a certain point. Because I was just kind of short on certain materials. So let's just get this out. Okay. Yeah, because sulfur I needed a lot of. and I was running out of it. Then it became, well, I had one side kind of doing just sulfur. I had others doing like just the general. It was just, yeah, it became, I just had too much stuff I needed to get. Probably could still use plenty more iron, but this way at least I'll get some of these out. And that's 12 ore extractors. A little bit less going on over there. I don't think I have that much room left in no, I'm just gonna keep all that. I don't think I have that much room left in my current uranium setup. So let me see. I'm gonna, well, forget the optimizer. I need some osmium and one more super alloy rod, so I can set this up. And oh, duh, I need teleporter too. So I need 2 super alloy, 3 osmium. Okay. If I can remember where everything is. And I have no osmium because I have not broken down any rods lately. You have a lot of games I have recommended. Well, I'm glad I can help you find some good games, or that you know already found them. What was it? There was another one. I just thought of it again. I was like try to think. One of the ones I mentioned, or yeah, I'm looking more like Steam Deck games right now, just because I'm still not using my Steam Deck enough. Like, I literally had to unplug it just to let it sit there and fully drain the battery because it's been so long since I played it seriously. I hear the big one. Is it? Ah, where is it? There. Oh, going right towards my structure, my little walking, you know, lanes. Just like, hey, yeah, got all this stuff everywhere else we could go and hit. No, we're coming after your stuff. All right, that should be enough. I need to get out of here for a bit. Oh, it's just too much stutter for being close to this base. Let's go here. And we're going to check out the other uranium spot. It loads. There it goes. I remember this one being a smaller area. Kind of like there's more places where it would not let you place down extractors. But I'm hoping I can at least get... I get 9 in there. I've got enough supplies for 12. Then that'll give me another place for super alloy rods. I just gotta remember where that entrance is. I think it was up here. Oh. Or, you know, I could just... Yeah, there it is. You know, glitch around, look for a spot to kind of see through everything. Okay, this is about the best open spot I think I've found. Light does not go very far in here. This is... Yeah, this is the one. It's just harder to build a lot in here, because there's just not as much space. Okay, so we're going to get as compact as I can. What? Okay, I'm about to say, I know I had it, like... Really? I gotta have it floating? I don't want it floating. Oh. It did not like me placing these down here. It's like, oh, I gotta calculate some more stuff. Alright, yeah, it did not line up right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See if I can get 7, 8, and 9 in here. You know, I'm not taking those out because I feel like it's not going to help me anyway. Let's see. Auto crafter, increased range right now, so I might be okay back here. I should be okay back here. It should be fine. Yeah, just, well, you know, can I squeeze it in here? Oh, come on, come on. Come on. It's green one direction. It should be green the other direction, too. It's not. All right. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 uranium to make 1 uranium rod. And that uranium rod is what gets shipped back. I'm gonna go worry about an optimizer here. Just, you know, we get one really big place for iridium. It'd be great if in a new biome area before full release we get the same treatment for uranium. You know, give us a big place. Give us something that is just like this massive place of you know, uranium, like how we have the iridium one, because you know you end up using a lot of uranium as well, especially, you know, for rockets. Okay, here goes that. And how did I use up all of my... How did I use up the... I got the osmium. Oh. Okay, I thought I got enough osmium for it. And I love how this can be placed on the ground, but the other one can't. All right. Let's see. What kind of screen color are we talking about here? No, okay, no storm. So that's got to be supply drop is what I'm thinking. I think I just got a supply drop and I don't know where it went. And once again, all that's gone. I may need more osmium production too. Ah, come on. It's the stutter. There we go. What? Well, I clicked it. I thought I got 3, but the drones were taking them too fast. All right, uranium on 1, uranium on 2. Again, I'm ready for a reorganizing thing. Hey, Jenny. I was waiting for you to show up. Because, let's see, what is it? What's the game? No One Survived? Is that it, Jenny? The zombie one you've been playing recently? Is it that one, No One Survived, the name? That one's on sale. I want to say it was like 40% off, I think. I was kind of thinking about that one off the Steam sale since you're talking about it. But then I remember YAZG. It's my new saying I'm going to have. YAZG. Yet another zombie game. Because it's that. It's another one. Can we do something different than zombies? Devs, please. I mean, at least, you know, at least with the infected, it was vambies, bits of vampires and zombies, so they were faster and could walk in daytime. Now they've got different variations on them too. Yeah, it's that game. It's that thing again of like. It's another zombie game. You already have 4 NPCs. All right, so let me ask you this, Jenny. Are the NPCs, like, reasonably smart? 'Cause I remember playing what was it? I can't remember now. It's a Microsoft one game. It's a zombie game. It's exploration style, kind of like the open world exploration style in that sense. But you don't build bases. Like, you go to outposts, you take them over, and they come with NPCs, and you get NPCs that show up, and you can like assign them to different places. But that's about it. It's not like a true like survival crafting game, and I can't remember what it is called. It's the second one. It's a sequel to the first one, but it's pushed as a survival crafting, but it's not a survival crafting. You don't really craft anything. You have like NPCs that will sit there like, hey, here's the workbench, and they make ammo kind of thing. And then it's a zombie game, but it's got superpower zombies. You know, the ones that are like, oh, hey, these have like a special sense, and then they screech to let other ones know about you being there, and about, you know, that they enrage others. You know, it's that sort of thing. Like, one of the reasons why I don't play 7 Days to Die, because even if you disable the blood moon mechanic and all that, you still have superpower zombies. Even the normal zombies, just the regular zombies, you know, give them enough time, they will break down a brick wall or a concrete wall. They'll break into a structure that, from a realistic physical standpoint, they would completely obliterate their limbs trying to hit it and do that. You know, that's why I can't get into 7 Days to Die, because it needs modding to make it actually feel like a proper zombie game to me. I mean, so that's why I want to kind of know. You know, the weather and zombies are tough. Okay, so they help you rescue or resuscitate food once you have the buildings. Now, are the buildings prefab and no one survived, or do you have complete customization on stuff? Like, can you build, like, is it open building, like you, like, is it Subnautica where everything's like, here's a fixed like set of components you can assemble into bases? Or is it completely like you put down, like you have a base you take over and you just choose, hey, put this thing here, put this thing here, put this thing here. You know, I'd say like I was saying, that other zombie game where it's literally you go up there, you take control of a location, and it's got fixed places for everything. Like, you want a radio tower for communication, it goes in this spot and only this spot, and that's the way the game is set up. Or is it, you know, more like No Man's Sky? Is it maybe a mixture where you have a blend of the prefabs, and you got then the manual, like, custom building stuff where you can actually completely change how it builds? Like, you know, put your own walls up in a certain shape. You have zombies that throw green snot at you. So yeah, there's a zombie, I'll say a variant in 7 Days to Die that spits acid at you from a distance. I'm like, okay, that's like the Resident Evil thing, you know? It's like, oh, it's zombies, and then you have these weird mutations, and then it just spread from there. Like, even the zombies are mutating into like having like special digging abilities and stuff like that. You know, it's one of those things where as you watch the games and the movies, like, things just kept changing. They kept adding more and more stuff to try and make it more difficult, rather than just actually focusing on trying to really, you know, improve the difficulty through making it just more challenging, not just here's more zombie types to, you know, make it more difficult. Here's this big guy with a bag on his head and a big hammer, and he's like 11 feet tall. You know, where'd that zombie come from? Who was this guy? Was he in the circus or something? You know, special thing? You know, special role actor because he's 11 feet tall and abnormally, you know, abnormal human? See, say, oh, so no one survived. That the whole prefab thing to me, if it is strictly prefab, it's not base building, it's base decorating kind of thing. That's, you know, if you're not in control of how the structure looks, like even at least Subnautica, you get freedom in how you arrange everything. You know, that's base building. You may not be able to completely customize the shape of certain structural elements, part because, you know, you gotta follow the whole fact that you're underwater, you gotta worry about water pressure and everything, hull strength. But, you know, if it was like, hey, here's a base, you know, like Subnautica 2, if that, you know, Below Zero, they made it where instead of building a base, you found bases, you had to repair them, and that was the extent of it. It would not be a base building game. It would be a base decorating game where all you do is go in there and change how the base looks inside. You don't actually build anything structurally. And it's games like that that I have a hard time getting into, especially. Because it's just, the base building is the creative part. You know, you get to do something that lets you express like your own thoughts, your own ideas, and how something could go. You know, you could play based on just what the story needs you to play just to beat the game, or you can make up your own theme. You know, you can build a base that is designed around the way you think it should go, and it's custom used. It's why Minecraft is so successful even still, because that freedom for the player. You know, so I think based on that alone, that's going to be a hard sell for me to get No One Survived. You do have foundations and stuff? Okay, you're going to make a place for your NPCs. Well, I'll wait and see how they develop. Maybe if they add enough customization to the building to it, I might look at it later. It's still one I'll keep in my wish list, but, you know, granted, the customization is not everything. You can be very creative with the building system to an extent, you know, of what you can build based on material wise. But you can get very creative in the building in 7 Days to Die. It's just, you know, the game is intended to make you build around the whole being attacked every 7 days and building defenses around that. And then the problem, like I highlighted earlier, that it doesn't matter, you know, regular zombie, you know, can just sit there and stand there long enough. It will break through bulletproof glass. It will beat its way through a concrete wall, which is, I mean, again, I've said it before. Go outside. I want to have the devs go outside and start punching a concrete wall. See how long it takes for them to break through it. Or to completely crush their hand into, you know, nothing, like powder. All the bones be powder and it's just a bloody stump because they just, you know, you can't punch through a concrete wall like that unless it's like already falling apart, crumbling. Maybe then, you know, there's people that will break like concrete blocks with their hands like that, but there's air in there. It's not like punching through a concrete wall that's also got stuff like rebar in it and everything like that for structural support. You know, it's the whole thing of, you know, looking at Terminator 2, the whole idea of like a guy, you know, punching through glass. They even highlighted in Terminator 2 of, you know, if somebody tried to punch through the glass window of a car, they probably broke every bone in their hand. And that's a regular glass window in a car. That's not bulletproof glass. How is it zombies are going to do that without just completely destroying their body part? So that's one of the big things for me on 7 Days to Die is that everything's destructible. You can't build a base that they cannot, you know, over time destroy. Even with all the other zombie types removed, even if you just had it be, you know, no 7-day routine, no super powered zombies, no zombies that can just immediately detect you You know, just make a proper zombie game. You still have that factor. You have to make it where beyond a certain material type, they cannot break it. Like, no matter what. You'd have to do it because there's, you know, no way realistically they could do that. Then I would play the game. But that's going to require a heavy set of mods for it. You know, like this game, it's not overly realistic in terms of the fact that you're one person with this small setup able to terraform an entire planet, you know. But it is realistic to a degree. You can't just sit there, put down one thing, and just, bam, you got a blue sky and breathable atmosphere. You know, it takes time. There's realism to it and what you're doing. Try to produce heat, oxygen. There's a degree of realism. It's not over-the-top realism, but it's also not a lack of realism. And 7 Days to Die is a heavy lack of realism in that game. I seem to be accumulating too many things that I've already got too much stuff. You just got the Christmas update, so you're trying for the tree. Okay. Again, I'm going to give it some more time. It's got good reviews. I saw that. But, you know, it's one of those, I'm going to give it time to see how it continues to develop. Especially in terms of the building aspect. I'm not one for like a brutal, challenging game. Like if I wanted that, I probably would be playing 7 Days to Die as it's meant to be played by the devs. You know, the whole 7 Days to Die thing, you're building your bases for defense, all that. I would be playing like that if I wanted a more brutal style of gameplay. I like the relaxing style. Yes, some challenge, stuff like that, but you know, end of the day, like I know Jenny, you got kids to worry about, you got to do family stuff. End of the day, to a certain degree, are you going to really want, like, if you're just tired, you just want to have a moment to relax, do you really want to have something that's just got you stressing out? You know? Do you really want to be stressed out, or do you want to have something that lets you kind of relax? Maybe, you know, challenges you a little bit, makes you think, but it's not like over the top. That's my thing. I want something a little more relaxed, you know? Felonious. You think the base building is better than Ark and No Man's Sky? All right, No Man's Sky. All right, let's start with Ark. Ark base building's problematic. I mean, it's unpolished. Even with mods, it's still problematic doing stuff, and it is so pricey for certain things just to get a good sized base going. You know, better than other games, but still it's kind of pricey. No Man's Sky, you know, I just gotta say, before the overhaul on the build menu and everything, I liked it better. I don't like it as much since they overhauled the interface. I honestly like the previous version of all that over the current one. But I like base building in No Man's Sky. It's good, so... You're not stressed? Are you not stressed in the evening, is what you're saying? You already said the zombies and the weather are tough. I mean, I'm still playing Rage 2, which I'm going to say that is a better game than, as bad as it's been reviewed, as many problems as it has, it's a better game than Starfield, even though it's not a space game. I've been playing that. You know, that's one of those games, like, I've looked at some reviews of people for Starfield now, like, people have been playing for a while, and they're like, you know, once you get comfortable with the combat, they're like, I'm on the hardest difficulty, and I can literally walk out in the open and kill every guy and every pirate in, you know, this location, and I don't even have to take cover. Like, there's just talk about how easy it is. I'm like, okay, I'm in Rage 2. In some cases, it's easy, but in other cases, you start getting shot, like, you get 3 shots and half your life is gone. It's very quick and easy to go suddenly from having maxed out health, 125, to like I was playing a little bit last night, and I didn't even notice I was getting hit that much. I went from 125 to 4 in like 3 seconds. And it's only when I heard the heartbeat thing and like, oh, you know, the warning pop up that your health is low, I was like, oh crap. Beyond that, you know, that's not stressing me out. Most part, it is easy. You know, once you get the hang of certain things, you know what works best. And I for that one, I'm able to have fun. Like I can go play and just go shoot bad guys. That's kind of nice and relaxing on that. But it's not base building. I wish it had some base building. It would be a good base building competitor to something like Fallout series because it's post-apocalyptic wasteland type stuff, and it would be been a good one. And it was ID Software originally, so they could have done that as competitor to Fallout, and then Bethesda bought them, and it'd been like, oh, we have a different type Fallout. Telling Sanchez he did not like the weather. Oh, so you got okay, so you had to worry about getting better clothes. See, that's like the Long Dark. That's one that's meant to be a super realistic type, you know, cold wasteland and survival where you're not like fighting zombies or anything. You're fighting against the elements, animals. I think they had random NPCs that could show up and attack you. I feel like that was a thing. You come across like random people, but it was, for me, the thing was it was so focused on that realistic aspect that there was just literally nothing going on. You know, an hour of gameplay, and I just sat there like, it feels like I just started, and not in a good way. It's not like I just started playing, like I can't believe it's been an hour. It's more like I basically have done nothing in an hour beyond what I did in the first 30 seconds of the game. I said walk and look around for stuff and find nothing. Okay, so zombies. So there's zombie raids in the game. So it's sounding, and I don't remember. I know Jason has been playing the Infected, and I was playing it too, and I turned off the raids because I don't like the raids. You know, that's not my thing. Of this whole like, oh yeah, every 3 days we have special magic moon. Well, 3 days is the default in the Infected. 7 days is 7 days to die. You get this magic moon that gives them superpowers, makes them crazy. They attack you. It's special, you know. I don't like that aspect in a zombie survival or just a survival game. Period. So it's nice you could turn off the raids, and it's starting to sound a bit more like the Infected. I know. Infected, you can turn off the raids, and I want to say you could turn off, I know at least turn off the enemy ones. I want to say I think they split it to where you could turn off wandering versus the towns. So you can have it where the towns are empty, but they wander out on occasion, and then you can have it where it's just the towns, and all they do is they don't wander. No raids. You could do all that. You could also, I know, set it, or at least it was in the Infected, where you could set it to predator animals on or off too. So that means like no wolves, no bears. If you didn't want to fight them, if you just wanted a absolutely peaceful, like I just want to come in, play this game, try to survive while finding food and all that, find resources, don't want to be attacked. You could literally change the game as part of the, you know, game settings, no mods involved, and make it play that way. And I loved that part about the Infected. They just they added they updated the electricity system at one point. It started to get more complicated with that. Then they redid the map with roads. And I was like, okay, this is okay to a certain point. And then they added certain stuff into one of the caves where you had to go in there and you had to worry about, I want to say it was scorpions in the cave. And you had to go find certain stuff. It's just, I was like, okay, this is starting to feel less and less like the new stuff. The new features are feeling less and less appealing to me. They're around the towns and gas stations and the farm area. So I'm gonna keep it on my wish list. I'm not. It takes a good bit for me to see something like really like where it feels like it's gone downhill enough, or it's getting bad enough reviews, or they're just, you know, they're adding certain things to the game that I know is gonna make the gameplay unenjoyable before I take it off my wish list. So it's gonna stay on my wish list, and I'm gonna keep an eye on it. Right now, honestly, I need some stuff to play on the Steam Deck. I am thinking desperately of ways I can incorporate the Steam Deck more. It's just the games that, again, I would say at the beginning of the stream, like I'm moving the mouse, but I'm so used to playing keyboard and mouse, especially with the MMO style mouse with the 12 buttons on the side. I've just got so used to it. It's hard for me to go back to a controller style, unless the game is really just one that it feels right with the controller. You know, like the Mortal Kombat fighter games feel great for that. Halo, you know, honestly, I think now if I was to try and play Halo on PC with mouse and keyboard, I would probably like it better. But I played Halo on Xbox originally, so that's one I can get by, like going back and playing it here and there through the collection. I'm fine with that because it feels old school to me. Technically, a Fallout would be one. Any of the Fallout games would be one, because I remember playing Fallout 3 on Xbox. You know, I had that on Xbox. I had roommate had original Xbox with Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, and I loved that one on Xbox. That was fantastic. That's still, to me, one of the best ones of the whole series. So those games, I should be okay playing on the Steam Deck. Doom is another one that, while Doom was originally PC, I played more on the when they did the N64 version. I remember that one. And the Duke Nukem 64, stuff like that, playing those more with controller and finding them more enjoyable with controller than doing like keyboard and mouse. But yeah, I want more games I can use on my Steam Deck is what I'm looking for. Hey, Restorat. Yes, do a screenshot of your base and send it to me. You forgot how to do it on your PC. On PC, if you're doing, I mean, through Steam, default F12 will do a screenshot in game, and it'll pop up a little thing in the corner saying screenshot saved. Typically, it's low quality, but of course, I've got mine set for a higher quality level, and I have mine saved automatically into a screenshots folder that I can easily find. So, you know, if I hit F12 now and take a screenshot, I go in my screenshot folder so I can use that for thumbnails and such. But even, you know, any games that don't even support it, just F12 is the default by Steam. I believe it's the default. I don't remember changing it. But that's like the default one, and just take a screenshot. And worst case, open up Steam, go to the game page in your library, and it'll have your screenshots there on the side, and you can just do, I think it's just manage screenshots, and then you can browse to your screenshot directory. You can just attach it to Discord from there, like, you know, and then message from there. It's not that hard. It's pretty easy, you know. Granted, I am a tech person. I do tech for a living. But still, you know, it's not really that bad. You know, it's not like you have to go and struggle to find a certain folder. It's just go in Steam, go to the game page from your library, not the store page, like your library page for the game, and it'll have like all your achievements and stuff to the side, and just hit you know, screenshots, browse my screenshots, and it'll take you right to the folder, and then just have your Discord up. Let's see, I'm trying to think what I want to do now, because I got, that's more uranium, which fortunately, you know, I'm not, or more uranium rods, which I'm not using any right now, because I'm not producing any rockets right now. Let's go ahead and load up. with just a mass of uranium. I'm almost to the point I want to make like 2 or 3 more recyclers. And so I could just go put like, I'll just be like, here's 4 stacks of something, 1 stack in each, and let them auto recycle on their own. Granted, that is, I mean, for the so often I have to do it, that's not that bad. Look at all that uranium. Lovely. Going away. Oh. You know what? Osmium is another one I could make some more production for. I do have another spot. Let's see how I'm doing. I'm not using a lot of osmium, to be fair, but it is, as soon as I produce some regular osmium, because I'm not producing the rods at all here. It's all imported. It's all shipped in. The regular osmium is here for be used with other stuff. I do have that other osmium cave I could go add some more production to. It's not like I don't have plenty of power. It's the drones. The drones are the big slowdown part for me. Every time I'm just like, I load up all that, you see it's just like they're going in, they started the game up. Please, devs, add an option in the graphic settings to reduce or limit the amount of certain things being shown on the screen. Butterflies. Let us reduce the number of butterflies being shown from the butterfly farms. The fish farms, we need to reduce the number of fish. Frog farms, maybe not so much. You know, it's not so bad, but if you're going to do it on the other ones, do the amphibian farms too. Say, no more than X number. You know, like you have a little slider, no more than X number of this shown on each farm. And then no more than this number of drones visible on screen at a given time. They can still function. You can still have them do everything. It's just, it doesn't render them, and it helps with performance. I was saying, not this save, but the last game save. You know, I had finished with 250. I did 5x5 floors, 25 per floor, 10 floors, 250 tier 5 heaters. And once you got past a certain point, it was just a cloud of steam. I was like, please, let us turn that off, because that's a lot of steam being produced from a lot of things. And that's just adding lag to the game. And it's not like I'm pegging my GPU with this. It's just overall, like, the fine-tuning of it is not quite there yet. Maybe if they optimize it better, it'll help. But I still feel like the best optimization would be to limit rendering of certain things on the screen. So, okay, osmium, that's right, osmium, production spot. You know what, I'm gonna go ahead and make this first. And then, I'll go out here, I'm gonna turn off the, you know what, I'm just gonna go grab the supplies for this. So, yeah, I need, let's see, 9. Oh, too many. Go. Yes. Okay. Too many. So I got one back. All right. So I need 8 more of each of those. Other side. Nope. Iridium. You know what? Faster go this way. And osmium rods. The ones I'm trying to produce more of anyway. Okay. So we'll go get this. You know what? I am not going to make a... You know, it's funny enough, the iridium farm, or iridium mine, is close enough that I really don't need the teleporter. It's convenient. This one, I may actually forego the teleporter after I get it set up. Not sure, you know? It's close, but it's not as close as the iridium farm, or mine. Again, I would love to see, like I said before, some kind of... drones tier 2 is great, but like what if we had like a cargo drone? Like it carries a large amount of items specifically for the purpose of being more like a cargo shipment. You know, is that. So you carry this larger amount of items. So it takes fewer trips. Now I'm thinking, what if we had, you know, we got like, for the certain materials, you know, you can make bars, you know, super alloy bar, osmium bar, stuff like that. You can't make, and that's not working here. Okay. Wrong spot. You can't make bars for everything. Okay, fine. Give us a different option. Instead of bars, what if we have parcels? That's where I was in the right spot. Okay, so I'm too far over in one direction. Even though it's blue, it's not gonna work there. All right, so parcels, packages. What if we had a parcel option that was, okay, you are, you build this parcel, kind of like a drone, almost like a cargo drone sort of thing, but you have like how we have the drones, you know, a certain number of drones. You have a shipping, receiving type setup that what it does is it produces, you know, it produces and holds parcels, and it will also produce and hold actual items. So you basically are producing these little packages, shipping packages, parcels that allow you to ship any type of item. Okay, it gives you a little bit more versatility. It's not just limited to certain things. So you don't just have, oh yeah, here, this doesn't have bars, let's just add bars to an option for this. You know, we're gonna make it so you can now make bars out of this item. No, just go and say, instead of bars, this item now can be shipped in parcels, or any item can be shipped in parcels. And what the parcels do is, it's just like a drone, but the drones can pick up, drop off, and then the parcel shipping point, like, I guess the easy way to do it would be like 2 containers. So you have parcel packages, and it's like filled parcels and stuff like that, and then you have the regular inventory. So drones bring stuff to it. You decide what's going to go there, and you have point A, point B. So it's like this. It was kind of like the shipping, like, you know what, let me get this built, and it'll be easier to kind of explain, I guess, like with a demonstration. So like auto crafter, let me turn that on. So I put the auto crafter here. You know, it's gonna make osmium rods, and I go here and I say supply and demand. So this is going to supply osmium rods through that. And let's say we have a secondary supply and demand system for the parcels. Okay, so the parcels are, maybe it's like not even like we have the rocket platform, maybe it's a shipping platform. You know, like the trade rockets, a shipping platform with some kind of little hover flying vehicle. It's not one you pilot, it's automatic, and it functions the same way as a drone. It's basically like a cargo drone. You do a supply, so you have like, all right, just using this as the example, this is the shipping point. So this one has a supply of these, so it accumulates, let's say, a stack of like a certain number of them, to fill up a parcel, and now that thing launches and flies out with a parcel in it, carrying, like, let's say 20 rods without mods for stacking. It goes off, carries like 20 rods, flies it to your base, drops it off at the other side that is receiving demands osmium rods, and then the drones come from there and pick up the osmium rods from the part where it's supplying that way. You know, there's different ways it could be done. I want to see something that's like, without the stacking mod, allows the game to be where you have something that can carry more, so it reduces the amount of trips like a drone or whatever mechanism has to make, which means less rendering, you know, less processing for stuff like that. It may help with the performance a bit. So there we go. I've got enough places now that I've actually got to scroll down. I don't think I've had to do that before. I don't think I ever had it where I had to scroll down before. So more osmium rods, more uranium rods, plenty of iridium rods. I've got more obsidian. I got plenty of super alloy now. Too much aluminium and all the other stuff going over there. What was I missing? Zeolite. I need to go with some more zeolite. I keep burning through zeolite. It's not that I have too much of it, or I need more production here. This is plenty. I just keep forgetting to come here because I automated the osmium from here. There's no zeolite rods. See, that's the parcel thing. We need a way to ship a bulk of zeolite too. Because at some point, you know, I'm producing a lot of it. It's not like I can't produce a lot of it. We need a way. It's in a certain spot. It's only in this spot. So, obviously, people are going to have to come here to produce it. It's like, well, you either come here and you carry it back through the teleporters, or you have a lot of drone traffic. That's why I would like to say get rid of the drone traffic. Cut down the drone traffic where it's not going all over the map. That will help, I think, a little bit with performance, too. Jason! How much money you gotta buy Steam games? Oh, come on. You know, you gotta treat yourself a little bit. Plus, they're on sale. Dustin, sorry, I was just seeing this now. Sunken Land. I've seen good stuff about it, too. But, you know, it's another Waterworld game. I've already played at least 2 different ones. I can't think of the names now. But I've already played 2 games like that, and both of them were absolutely just awful. Like, I don't even know how they got above a 50% rating. The games were so bad. So I'm kind of like, that's one that I'm definitely holding back to see if they can hold with the good reviews that are happening right now, or if they just end up flopping in the end. Floundering. There you go. Yeah. See if they flounder in the end. Haha. Little pun there. Okay, I think I'm out. Well, is that the bug? Okay, maybe it's the bug. It's probably the bug, because if that's filling up, then that shouldn't be stuck like that. May need to up my silk production again. Let's see. All right, so oh, I know I need a lot of zeolite because I keep burning through it because of pulsar quartz. Because I want to make a lot of pulsar quartz here and just have on hand here. Because, you know, I want to be able to build a lot of power stuff. That's the zeolite. Pulsar. I still have too much stuff. I'm going to say I do have too much stuff. Ooh. realize I was getting that much going. Huh. Yeah, let's take a look just here alone. As much as I've tried to limit my drone traffic, I still got drone traffic going all over the place. Look at those right there. Going over there to get beans because I can't turn that off. And you should be able to turn that off. Well, got one coming from here, another one going over here, get super alloy rod. Got these going here, get iridium rods. Got one coming from here for iridium rods. All these coming here with the iridium rods. This is why I don't like to have the drone traffic going all over the place, because it's just more stuff that's got to be tracked further out. You just know that's got to be performance affecting. Depends on if your wife loves you to give you some funds. Oh, come on. You know she loves you. She's going to get you some new socks and undies. Traditional present for fathers, right? Your socks and underwear because they're about worn out. Oh, I'm holding off right now just because I am. It's a purchase for myself, but I'm using like Christmas bonus from work and stuff like that, money from YouTube to do this. But I'm like on the edge of ordering my stuff for a new gaming system. It's such a big purchase. Not just in the number of items, what it is that I'm buying, but in the cost that I'm just kind of like, I got stuff picked out. I know what I want to get. I believe I've got everything fine-tuned down to like, okay, this is the motherboard. There should be no issues as far as compatibility for what I have that I need to add to it. I already have existing. Here's, you know, it's going to give me plenty of longevity. It's not a Gigabyte brand because I'm having so many problems, getting worse and worse with this stupid Gigabyte board I got. It's just, I cannot pull the trigger yet to get everything. I'm waiting. And this is with me planning, like, I'm probably going to rip the power supply out of this one to use so I don't have to buy another one, because this is a fairly beefy power supply, and it's a gold rated with a 5-year warranty on it still. And it's, of course, I'm going to take my 3080 Ti over, so not buying a power supply and the graphics card, I'm still closing in on about $2,000 for the stuff for a new gaming system. And that's without even going with all the special fun features I was kind of thinking of at one point. I mean, I'm trying not to go in the realm of it being about a $4,000 system overall in terms of cost, but I'm already gonna be, at least for what the cost would be in it, I'm close to that $3,500 mark already, which includes the cost of the graphics card when I bought it, the power supply when I bought it. But it is gonna be outside of, I'm not buying a new graphics card for it. I'm gonna wait till at least a 5000 series, you know, have been out for a little bit, and they got some of the kinks worked out of production. That I'll go and buy like a 5080, 5090, 5080 Ti, something like that. Honestly, the 3080 Ti is more than enough power. Like right now, 34% usage, running 60 degrees. It's not even, the fans are not even spinning on it right now with the game. I have nothing other than Starfield that has pushed it hard enough. And even Starfield wasn't maxing it out because it was an optimization thing with Starfield. The game is running my processor harder than it runs the GPU to process all the drones and everything going. So the 3080 is fine, but that's why I'm going like top tier, super beefy desktop processor, not going server class processor. I'm not doing like a Threadripper that's going to cost $2,000 or $3,000 for the processor alone. I can't justify that. Plus, I don't like the thermals on AMD stuff. My AMD server runs way hotter than it should. I think I've got that bug again where these are not filling up fully. Even though there's a space open, they're just not filling up because the drones are not recognizing that last slot as open. Okay, I think this is balancing now. So yeah, that's gonna be my big Christmas thing to myself, is buying all the stuff for a new gaming system. But it's gonna be after Christmas before I place the order, and it's gonna be I'm gonna have to really sit there and get through my internal debate on whether or not I am fully confident on my selections. I mean, it's motherboard alone. Motherboard is about $500 by itself, and then the processor's a little over $500 by itself. So I'm at $1,000 for just 2 pieces already of it, without including anything else. And I had to go and get a beefy cooler for it because I don't like the risk of liquid cooling. I know people love it. There's plenty of people who say, "Oh, you should liquid cool. It keeps it so cool." But you know, I've seen enough times that all-in-one liquid cooler that's so great, so amazing at cooling your system. If the pump goes out, you're screwed. If the fans in the radiator go out, you're still screwed. Not as bad. You know, if the fans in the radiator go out, you still got a little bit of passive cooling. It depends on the airflow from other fans in your system. If you're just relying on the liquid cooling entirely for your system and there's no case fans, you're screwed. Because once those fans go out, it's going to overheat. You know, it's not going to take that long. But if that pump goes out, there's no water circulation, it's going to overheat in a couple of minutes, depending on how hard you run it. So I don't run liquid cooling for something that I need to be able to rely on. And so I had to find a really beefy cooler for it. But that thing, that is the beefiest one I could find without having to leave like a case panel off to let it sit in there, or cut a hole in the panel of the side of the case so it can fit. And it's actually slightly above the thermal requirements for the processor. Okay, those are still going. You know what? My drones are messing up. I was planning to do this anyway last time. Let's launch a whole mess of rockets. A lot. 250. 50 more of each one. I think it was. Yeah, I think I did 50 of each. To get them all, keep them all evened out. Let's see. Yep, 50 of each. So that's 250 rockets. Which is not that bad. That's not going to kill me on this. I will start producing more, but it's not going to kill me. That's enough bees. Because I'm doing 50 rockets of each. So that's 30 bees. That's 15 stacks. So that's still plenty of bees. Super alloy, plenty of that. I've already calculated all this out. It should be fine. So we're going to do 50, 50, 50, 50, 50. And doing the bees last, because that's going to be the worst one for performance hit. So we'll do this. I'm going to launch them all. And as soon as I can, I'm going to save and close out so we can get rid of the whole lockup. But that lovely stutter trying to launch, or trying to craft 50 rockets. I was about to say, it seems like I'm crafting more than 50. Oh, and the drones are not helping. The drones are suddenly like, oh man, we gotta start sending the rockets. So now I've got extra, you know, the drones are just like killing me on the frame rate too. Well, that's 50 more, so that's an extra 50,000 multiplier on each thing. Plants went faster. I feel like I'm not getting the full count now. For some reason. Oh, I ran out of super alloy. I did not calculate right. I thought I had enough. Okay, then. I did not calculate right because I still have tree bark and such. Oh, man. Oh, God, I made the mistake of walking in the direction where I can see the bees. I'm short on the seed spreader. That's it. Only the seed spreaders. I ran out of super alloy before I could do that. Let's see if I can walk backwards over here. Not look at it. Not looking. Everybody, avert your eyes. So not 250 rockets, but a lot. Oh man, that's getting loud. I may have to turn the volume down if it's too loud. Let me know if it's too loud. If you can even hear me at this point. I wish the launch to space would just launch fully instead of having to click repeatedly for it. If it would just be like whatever's on the platform. I mean, ideally that's what it's supposed to be, is one each time. But there is that kind of, flaw in how it works, that you can build multiple ones at a single time and have it all on one platform. So, while I let this try and struggle to process, which, funny enough, when this happens, the CPU usage just plummets, along with the GPU usage, because it can't do anything. Let's talk more about the games that everybody's getting. You got Subnautica because I played it, so you own it. All right. Let's see. I also played. What's some other stuff I played? I'm trying to think of it. Stardew Valley. There you go. Stardew Valley. That's a good, relaxing one, and even better with mods. It took me a while to get into Stardew Valley. It kind of felt lacking, partly because I was just like it wasn't so much like, it didn't feel like an old school retro game to me, like what I remember playing as a kid. It felt more like a modern game in that sense, like the gameplay sense, but the visuals were old school, and it just threw me off, and it took me a good little while to get into it. And it's about 20-hour mark, I finally started to get comfortable with it and have fun with it. And yeah, definitely a good one for mods, if you want to check that one out. It's a more relaxing game. There is combat. Combat is still, to my knowledge, entirely optional for it. And I can't remember all the mods I was using, but I got one that you can basically chain your production stuff together. So anything that's chained and side by side, like, connects at least to some degree, like vertically, horizontally, or somewhat diagonal. They have to be touching at least like on like a kind of a square. They can actually, you could put a container on one end and they will funnel everything in production wise into the container. So you don't have to go and collect. It's kind of like having the drones pick up and drop everything off into a container on here. And I think I really killed it. I think I really killed it. Timmy don't care. He's like, whatever. You heard me fine over the rocket launch? Good. Because that was about deafening to me. I about had to like cut my audio off. Nepo, hello. You came in right as the game is frozen. Game is stuck. I launched too many rockets. Like, it looks fine in OBS. Like, you can't see it, but I got it's all white and got the little spinning circle of death. Yeah, this is definitely not going 15 frames per second like it says it is. Oh, what was that other one I was thinking of? You know what? While I was doing that, let me pull Steam back up and look at some of the games. Lynn's Island, that's one I remember playing. That one is almost, I want to say, out. Or maybe it came out. Maybe it released. No, it's still early access. It is 40% off, $15. There is combat. It's dungeon crawler type stuff. But it's also like above ground. You build a farm. You know, you can build upgrades to it. Lynn's Island. And Lynn's like L-E-N apostrophe S. So Lynn is the character and it's his island. That's a fun one. It's like a Diablo style visual like look. You're looking at that angle like a typical dungeon crawler type thing, like old school dungeon crawlers, you know. But you know, you build a farm, chop down trees. You don't have to go into the dungeon. It's just part of the game, but you could play for like hours without going into the dungeon. And it's got some really interesting options. Like you unlock different building styles, like you get pagodas and such like that, like Asian style, and then like I would say like Italian, Sicilian style. That's another good one to check out if you want to like look at it. It's supposed to be getting close, I think, to being almost done. And it's one developer. Something else, keep in mind, one guy did most of it, and he finally went and hired some other people because it was doing so well. Let's see what else. You know, I'll pull up my wish list because this is completely frozen. I don't want to force close this because I'm afraid it's just gonna, you know, it might mess the save up. I want to kind of give it time to see if it will process. May have to go to I may have to just swap over to the Steam setup for right now because this is completely frozen. Like, you know what? We'll do that. We'll go back. So you can see what I'm talking about. Like, the game is literally just frozen, and all I've got is it spinning right there. So, yes, I did break the game. All I did was try to launch my rockets. Like 200-something rocket. I wasn't 250. 217 is what I got. I managed to get 217 built before I ran out of super alloy that I miscalculated on. But yeah, it's frozen. Okay, so no one survived. That one, see, that is 72% positive reviews for that game. So that still has me a little bit more worried than the Space Trash Scavenger, which is 91% positive. Granted, it's a lot fewer reviews. Also, both games are better rated than Starfield at this point. So keep that in mind. Astro Colony is another one that I've got saved that's on sale. That's got some good reviews, but it's the whole conveyors and all that. You get into that, it feels like I'm just gonna be like, get to that point where it's like too much for that. Star Miner, not available. Don't know when that'll be available. Spaceborne, now that's another one. This is, if I remember right, still a single developer doing this one. Did the first one. There were complaints from some reviews saying it never felt like the game got finished, like it wasn't a completed game. It was still like just early access state, even though it was marked for release. But this one, I've seen quite a few people review this one, comparing it to Starfield and saying that this is what Starfield should have been. And this is from a single developer. Actually looks really good. We'll pull it up. Look at it. So you can see, I mean, graphically, it's not going to have the insanely fine detail stuff that Starfield has, but man, it's got actual space flight, space combat, and it is done where you actually fly around on the planets. Imagine that, a space RPG where you fly down into the planet atmosphere and you can fly along through the planet's atmosphere, fly through the air with your starship instead of just clicking a spot and say, hey, go land here. I hear something. Is it going again? Is this something? I think it's because I moved the mouse too much, and it's like I've moved off the button now. I've got sound. I hear drones. I'm just gonna let it go for a second. Yeah, that's all the ones I've got saved. Terror Cars is one I just saw people talking about. I haven't looked at it yet. It does have a demo. So there's that. It's a deck builder. I just looked at it because it's got like, it's, you know, you're building like a farm, stuff like that. It looks kind of interesting. It's got good reviews if you want to check that out. It's a fairly new one just from November of this year. And again, it's got a demo. I was going to try it. And then if you don't want to get it, it's 20% off. It's $7.19 at the moment. So not a bad price. You know, but it seems like a little bit more relaxed. Like you're not getting attacked in it. Like it's more of like the whole planning out a farm and automation kind of thing. So yeah, that's part of my wish list right there and stuff. Astro Colony. You need to let me know. I think you need to ban me from rockets. No, we need to automate the rockets. We need to have it where you can auto launch them like we do the trade rockets. That's the next step. An automatic rocket platform tier 2 where it's smaller and basically you just set it up to receive certain materials and it will launch the rockets. Yeah, do that. Dustin, I'm sorry you lost your job recently. Hopefully things will turn out better after the holidays. You know, I'm sure companies are not wanting to hire with the holidays going right now. And it's froze up again. It's gone white again. You know, Occupy Mars Felonious is one of the ones that I've like, it's on my wish list because I'm waiting for it to get to that point where I feel like it would be one that's worth it. It looks good, but it's the same thing. It's, you know, it's a smaller number of reviews, 1,423 right now, 72% positive. You know, that's that point where it's like, it's kind of, you know, that's better than No Man's Sky had on this rating when it came out. But I didn't buy it when it came out. I bought it when the rating started going up, when people were starting talking about how much better it was getting. And I bought it for half price too. So, I'm still kind of like leaning towards that space trash scavenger because it does say survival. I mean, you're in space. I'm assuming you gotta worry about food, water. It's got crop planting and growing, so you got food, obviously, in that. Probably oxygen. You know, it's a quaint. You know, the graphic style is not Minecraft. It's much more of a, oh, what's that other one? Astroneer. That one. Astroneer. It's kind of that look to it. And to me, that kind of feels like, it's like a kid's game. You know, it's what it feels like. The visuals make it feel like a kid's game to me. Even though it's not technically a kid's game. It's not for like, 12 and under. It's not technically for that. It's just the visual styling makes me think 12 and under on it. Like Nova Lands is one I've been looking at for a while, and it's on sale. Nope, do I have movement again? Nope, game is still, I got sound. The sound came back, I hear rockets, but it's not doing anything. You know what? I can't even get it to like, maybe. Let me see if I can get it to reach the pause screen. I may just have to take a chance on, the rockets haven't even left the platform. This is why I always do this towards the end when I can, is like, but the game was already like messing up. Okay. I'm going to try to exit the game now. The main menu. I've clicked it. We'll see how long this takes it to actually do something. Well, okay, back to Nova Lands. That's one I've been keeping my eye on. And the thing is, it's a base building sandbox adventure. It's kind of the style of Stardew Valley visually, if you look at it like that. Though there are some more advanced graphics in certain places than what you get in Stardew Valley. But it's an automation thing. And it's all about automating your industry while going out exploring and doing stuff. You know, it's a 2D retro style looking game. But there's combat, there's the automation, and I just, you know, it goes back to the automation. Like, for me, there's got to be a certain balance with the automation to, like, it just cannot get to that point where it feels less like you're playing the game. And now the game's freezing just trying to get to the main menu. No more rockets, I guess, until they automate that, or I just have to go and launch them like 10 at a time. Because I have really broken this now. Nope. Nope. I got to the menu. Close the game. I'm assuming, you know, if you don't launch the rockets, you save the game, close the game, and come back, the rockets are still on the platform. Since they were technically not launched, but at the same time, you know, the you don't even have to launch the rockets for them to count. Like, it already counts it as being launched as soon as it's built. Oh, wow. Okay, hang on. Well, you know what? Guess what happened? I never saved the game at all. Through all of the stuff I did, I never saved the game. Or I did save the game. I got the osmium and I got uranium. Okay, so I got some stuff saved. I was about to say, I thought I saved it. Or it auto-saved back to, like, just before I tried to launch 250 rockets. Let's see what I did. If I did anything. It did not launch the rockets. The rockets failed. Okay, well. All that time waiting for it to process, and I got nowhere. Alright, that's it. Fine. We'll launch one rocket type at a time instead of doing 250 in one go. I seem to have... That seems to be okay, at least. I'm not that... It's not that bad with, you know, 50 rockets compared to trying doing 250. I'm just going to grab super alloy. So I have some, because that's what I ran short on. Hopefully that's enough. I mean, it was what, 2? It was the sea spreaders I ran out of super alloy, and it was 2 per rocket. And 2 per rocket. I mean, that's enough for 50 right there. That should be enough to finish this off and let this go. I mean, you know, I have done what I did, like at least around 300 rockets one time, I think, in one go. But I had it was when my rocket platform was way over there in the other save, so I was far out from all this other stuff. I wasn't like tied up here with all these drones. Actually, I don't even think I had drones going at that one. I think I had it set where everything was in range. Where I had, yeah, that's what I did. I built out. So I would actually go and collect stuff from the production there. I had no drones in that area. And I would just, you know, it was like, here's the platform, and then here goes one stretch here of rocket engine production. Here goes another stretch of rocket engine production. Go out, grab all the engines, come dump them in a container. Had the bees and all that stuff. Basically, I didn't have to worry about anything except bringing certain supplies over. I think I had, like, almost no drone production there. Or drone usage there, which helped. That should be enough. I'm going to do this. Because that's all I'm doing is demanding the rockets. And you saw what happened. As soon as I started using these up, every single drone came over here with a rocket engine. And that slowed this down massively, too. That was, every time the sound started to work again, it was always drones that I heard. So I'm just going to do the whole 50 of these. Which this isn't that bad, you know? Right there. That's not that bad. So that's 50. Let's go see. 50. Wait, no. Whoa, wait. I was 100. Okay, I did more than I thought. Okay, I thought I did the count for 50. I did 100. Oops. That's why it was slowing down so much. I did 100 rockets. 100 rockets. Oh, so okay, instead of doing 50 of each, I was trying to do 100 of each, and I only ended up doing C71. So I did 467 rockets on the platform. That's what it was. That, yeah, okay. 467 rockets on the platform. Oh, see, yep, already. I didn't hear all the clicks, but there's no object to launch. So everything's going. As soon as I got it to the escape thing, I forgot to hit save before I exited on the last one. Oh, wow, it's going right through my screen now. Okay, you know what? No, we'll go back to main menu. Yeah, that's why it was such a problem. I counted wrong, or I forgot I did so many supplies for so many rockets. I thought I was doing 50 each. Instead, I did 100 each. So, yeah, that was the issue. I forgot my calculations. I was supposed to do that last week. So, you know, I had an extra week to forget what I accounted for. Yeah, 150. I got them. That was 217. Or 200 something. I was like short something on it. Yeah, that's where the problem was. So this is why we need an automated rocket launch platform. You know, we got trade rockets that automatically can be launched. Make automatic platforms for these where you can assign each one a type. So you can say, like, only launch this type of rocket. And have it have enough room. Actually, you know what? The best thing to do would be have it where you choose the type of rocket for each platform. And what happens is, when you launch the rocket, or when you choose the type, it sets the, let me get back to this. It automatically sets all the storage slots to the items you need. That would be the better one. Okay, so like, I don't know how complicated coding-wise it would be for the devs, but trade rocket, 25 slots. You tell it what items you want. Once those slots are full, it launches. It's very similar to the regular storage containers. You know, I'm sure it wasn't that big of a deal to have it say, once it's full, just launch this. You know, it's just a quick little check to see if it needs to be launched or not. Double check, make sure. Yep, I did another 100 rockets there. Oop, my super alloy is getting low again. So maybe I didn't launch 406. Maybe it was 417 I did. I want to say maybe that was 167 is what I got to. So I was short a bit on the super alloy to even get to 100 rockets on that. So, still 417. Even that is the amount I launched. That's still plenty. And look at this. Look how fast that transfers versus if I go to like get osmium rods, it locks up. Certain items do not like the stacking mod, it seems. And they just freeze the game like for a few seconds to transfer one stack. But okay, so let's say like each rocket has 6 items max. Obviously, you're probably not going to want to launch multiple GPS. You know, you don't need to launch multiple ones of those. So let's focus on the mass production ones. All of these have 6 slots. So you have a tier 2 launch platform. Rocket platform T2. You go to it, you say, I want this one to launch asteroid rockets. And it sets the 6 slots there to that formula. And each slot is basically treated as its own demand kind of thing. Like, you know, if I go over here, I could choose to demand rockets. I'm not going to do it till this is done. Demand super alloy. You know, I go in here and I choose it. Make each one basically a single slot container that demands that particular item and only that item, and it clears it every time. So if you say, you know what, I don't want to launch asteroid attraction rockets anymore. I want to do magnetic field ones. Then it switches the demand to those items. You might have to empty out the other ones, but, you know, it switches the demand, and your drones automatically bring those items, one for each. So it's like, oh, hey, this one container needs 1 silicon, and I can't put any more in there. So you get a drone that brings the 1 silicon. Now that looks full to the drones. So you don't have it stacking like, oh, you're out of super alloy, but you got like, you know, multiple silicons. Just make it like a container, or it's not a container like the trade rockets where you end up with like 10 rocket engines and like 10 or silicon and like, you know, not enough super alloy to balance out. Make it 6 slots. Each slot is its own item. One of each item, it's an automatic demand from your drones when you assign it to the platform. And then as soon as every item's there, it crafts a rocket. And as soon as the rocket's ready, it launches it. And disable the effect. Like, because I save, close to the menu, reload the save, we're not seeing all the asteroids coming in. It resets that. Same mechanic. Just have it do that where when you launch them with the automated platform, it does not trigger the storms. That way you're not getting spammed with asteroids. You're not having to sit there, save, and close out constantly to stop the storms, only to have them start up again. And did I count wrong on that too? I only did 50. Okay, so I did too many of the others and not enough of the plants. Well, okay, I counted wrong. And now I can't look at what it is. All right, fine. I'm gonna have to balance this out later. Actually, you know what? This one, 50 rockets, I think I can survive this one without having to save and close. Let's look at it. Okay, yeah, 50 rockets is still manageable in terms of frame rate. 100 rockets, I think, is the point where it's like you can't really go anywhere. Come on. Can't even launch. They're stuck. So I'll wait for it to, you know, start working again. But yeah, I think that would be an easy enough implementation for a rocket platform tier 2, because you really do want to use the rocket multiplier. You don't want to have 250. Wow, okay. So I didn't launch them all? Or did it break? It just didn't launch them all. Well, that's why it was so much easier. Some reason it didn't click all of them. And that's probably why they were stuck and not even moving around. Like they were trying to get out of there. Okay, so I was short 50. I swear I counted out at least, if I did 100 of those, I should have done at least 100 of those. Okay. Oh, wow. The audio stopped already for the rockets. Oh, there's back again. Sure, it's not the seed llama that was like the problem. I'm pretty sure I had. Oh yeah. And I see how slow that is to transfer compared to the super alloy. Maybe I was running out of room and I had to like make a choice of not carrying some of this stuff. But yet, you know, it takes a lot of resources either way you go to build, you know, like, go back to my heaters. If I build 250 heaters, that's a lot of resources, but they keep producing. If I build 250 rockets, that's a lot of resources, but they add the multiplication effect to the existing stuff. The difference is the heaters add a visual element that has to be rendered while it's on screen. As you get in range, it's going to sit there and still have certain visuals that you are going to be, it's going to show. The steam effects, things like that. Like the drills out there, the tier 5 drills are not moving, but once I get in range, they start moving. So it's, you know, the rockets are out of sight, out of mind kind of thing. You launch the rockets, you're done. No more. Don't have to worry about it once they're launched into the air. And you get the multiplier. So to me, the most effective way of helping to provide that boost to help with terraformation and everything and reduce hit to frame rate ultimately would be to incorporate, you know, an automated system for the production rockets, the terraformation rockets. And yeah, that's why I say we need an automatable tier 2 rocket platform. Smaller, doesn't take as much space, and you just have it be like, honestly, they could take the design of the drone relay thing and use that as the starting point for the controller on it, and have it be you go in and here's like your thing, you slip, like here's your whole interface, and you just choose the rocket type and it auto-populates what each slot is supposed to have, and as soon as the drones fill it up, it launches. And it's just, you set it up, you just build 5 of them, choose one for each rocket type, it starts launching them automatically, out of sight, out of mind, off in the distance, where it's not going to cause problems with the render as far as visuals and your performance. And disable the atmospheric and storm effects. No meteor storms, no atmospheric effects, nothing. All right, Merry Christmas, Jason. Happy holidays. You know, well, if you're saying Christmas, we'll say Christmas, but happy holidays is what we're going to stick with for the general use, because not everybody's going to be celebrating Christmas. There's Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, can't remember what else is going on, right? You know, there are people. Some people just don't want to have a religious holiday, so they say happy holidays. We'll go with that route. What was that I was coming here? Oh, you know, I might. Let me go ahead and grab this. Eat first. I think I might just, instead of trying to do huge amounts of rockets at a time, I'll just do like a batch, like one type of rocket each time from now on. It seems to be at least manageable, around 50 rockets in one go. All right, seed spreader rocket. Let me double check first. I want to see how it does with that. I am out of tree bark, so I can't even make any rockets. So I didn't even have 400. So it was still 300 something, but I didn't even get, I couldn't have gotten all of these. So I am short tree bark. Bacteria sample, mutagen. I need 100 of each of those. And then I need 100 tree bark. I seem... Oh. I have 50. So, okay, I messed up. Apparently when I was doing my count, I put in enough stuff for 100 of 2 rockets and 50 of the other rockets. I didn't count right. I put in too much of 2 and just enough of the others. Oh, wrong floor. Wrong floor. Help if I go right floor. Say here's something that's slow to transfer to my inventory. Drones are not helping. Okay. That. Mutagen. It's like you gotta click at the right time when the drones aren't messing with you and like hope it's gonna process correctly. Yeah, this is why I put in a lot of tree root production. Or, well, I doubled my tree root production because I knew I was gonna do this sort of thing. You know, I don't need many, just, you know, automatic tier 2 rocket platforms. 5 of them, 1 for each type of the production rocket. No atmospheric storm effects, anything like that. Automatically, you know, the drones fill up what is needed for one single rocket. It launches the rocket. Bada bing, bada boom, is done. Goes to the next one, you know. Launches the rocket, drones fill up again, launches another rocket. I'd be fine with that, you know. I'd probably not assign the rockets initially. I'd go and I do like I'm doing now, where I don't have my drones bringing rocket engines over, so it's not having the drone traffic also add to the frame loss. I would probably hold back on that and do like not assign anything to them, build up a big stockpile of rockets, all the air stuff, and then go assign every type and let them go and see which ones, like, because they're going to kind of cannibalize on each other a little bit. You know, the rocket engines are going to go to all of them, super alloy to 4 of them. And then you got, you know, like the insect sprayer is like, oh yeah, bees. You know, you might run out of bees before you can launch the same number of these as like a sea spreader rocket. All right, hopefully this should be the exact amount, cover everything. I'm going for the 100. Sounds like I'm getting it. You know, it's really the bees are the big problem. When you get the bees, and there's like 200 bees per rocket showing visually, you run into frame rate issues. No object launch. Okay. I just need to see that. And oh, well, no object launch. Is it? What is it? Did I run out? Yes or no? I'll make sure I launch them all. No object launch. Okay. I'm gonna save. Let's think about it. It's the main menu. Sound cuts out. There we go. Okay. Let's try this again. Should load me back in. No rockets. No atmospheric stuff. Nice and frame rate friendly. Yep. Oh, there it goes. Working better. And I'm at the full 250, so I need to do 100 insect spreaders. That's going to be the killer right there. So 100 osmium, 100 mutagen, and then 300 bees. Let's check the bees. That's 24, 32. So I've got enough bees. That's going to about wipe my bee stockpile out, but I got enough. I only have enough for 50. Okay, so I really messed up. I counted enough for the 2 asteroid ones, to have 100 rockets, and I didn't get enough for the other ones to have 100 rockets. And I was trying to keep these balanced. So obviously I failed. Oh, wow, that's moving a lot faster now. I'm actually clearing space. I think I have my bees going entirely over here now. I think I changed it so the bees get sent over here, maybe? If I didn't, I need to. It's not like I'm producing that many bees. Let's dump those there. Let's see if I did that. I did not. I need to probably set that to demand them. Oh, you know what? I'm going to save again before I do this. Just because. Here we go. 100 killer bee rockets. You know, introduce the frame or the performance improvements I've suggested, where you can limit how many bees render on screen per farm, per rocket, or just total. Like, it doesn't matter if you have 2 farms or 200 farms. If you set it to limit to only 20 bees, only 20 bees can show on the screen at a time. That would massively improve the frame rate, I think. Okay, we got that. Don't want to look. Oh, all right. We're gonna kind of side glance at them. That's too many bees. That's what it looks like when you have just too many bees. All right, we're gonna screenshot this. It's just like a big mass of stuff. It's just like a moving mass of bees. And there's barely any gaps in it. All right. 100 bee rockets. Going until I see no object to launch. Okay. Let that go. Escape. There. Save. Okay. Wait. Yeah, okay. Main menu. Get out of this. And I'm actually going to just close completely out this time. Well, yeah, we got time. We're still going to be playing for a while. So I'm closing completely out. Even like quitting at that point, it had a little bit of delay to it. And I noticed that the stream where we did that, I launched a bunch of rockets early in the stream, quit to the main menu, went back to playing like normal, and I was having performance issues the entire rest of the stream until I just completely closed the game out fully and reloaded. So it's still something. You do a lot of rockets, you want to come back to completely load the game from scratch. Oh yeah, see, like, no, like, oh, there goes stars again. But less of a performance stutter at the very beginning. We're back to a good frame rate. 250 of each. There we go. Now, back to here. I want to see what the terraformation boost has done to this. Okay, well, those still are not, like, impressive in terms of speed, but look at that. Look how fast that's moving. When you get biomass, it's not moving, but look at all the spaces. Let's see. 3,387,680,000 on the oxygen. 4,727,064 for heat. 226,677,504 on pressure, and then biomass is 2,527,744,000 per second. And my terraformation is going up 0.01 about a second, about 0.01 every second. So 100 seconds is 1 point on the terraformation index at this point. It's not terrible. Can be better. But now, that's that's enough rockets for today. I think from now on, I've got to remember, launch in batches of 100 or less at a time. Even on the Bs, it needs to be 100 or less at a time. After that, it seems like it runs into like some severe issues with rendering beyond the 100 mark. And that was full. This was completely full rockets. That's how far down I went to do 100 of each. So I did 500 rockets total today. So that would be, yeah, I was at 750 rockets. Now I'll be at 1,250 rockets total. So we should have a huge amount of iridium rods getting used up. That's already been drained out. That was full. So iridium rods and uranium and go to get drained, and my super alloy. I might want to put in some more uranium rods while I kicked up my production a bit more. Because it's using the raw uranium, not the rods for those. So make sure I got that covered. I feel like I launched so many rockets when I killed the game that killed the chat. Do I need to bring Timmy out again? Is that it? He's kind of napping. He's not being very entertaining right now. I see that was... That should be... Well, let me do it. Okay, so 100 uranium rods. That's 900 uranium that I just pumped out. Regular raw uranium. And yeah, look at my drones. They're just busy little guys. So I should pretty much just be like non-stop rocket engines for a while. You see all the guys that are just going over there dropping off rocket engines. So I should fill up pretty quickly. I just gotta worry about the other stuff. Yeah, those... I gotta figure out a way to fix this, honestly. To see if, I can get back to producing the fish eggs the way I want. I need fish eggs for display, along with I'm gonna need some frog eggs for display, but I'm getting too much of the junky ones. Let's see. I need to free up some space here, it looks like. Kill my frame rate with drone activity again, because they haven't been able to do anything. Oh, too much stuff. At least this is nice. The full automatic is so great. Just goes. All right. Rockets launching. It looks like I am going to need to upgrade my fabric production again. 4 trade rockets was not enough. 6 is too much now. Especially when the rockets were getting stuck all the time. So I guess 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll leave like a little gap. Actually, yeah, let's just leave a gap there. So 1, 2. Let's do like 16 more silk generators. Or instead, silk generators. And I'm hoping this will trigger appropriately because of proximity. Instead of going to the outdoor farms that are up above, I'm hoping this works correctly to the proximity of that. But we'll do a production multiplier, and we'll see how this helps. You know, it's like I got the production multiplier or the power multipliers going, so I don't have to build as many fusion devices. We'll see how this helps. Right now, we'll see if this, just doing that seems to have picked those. Wish it was like a little bit easier to see which ones are picked. We'll see if that starts to help speed things up enough. If not, I'll throw in another production fuse, and I'll put another one on that side probably. That might be good enough. Let's see how much. 75,000. Yeah, we go order a couple of fuses. Since apparently I'm not getting any supply drops right now I can find. Let's see what I got going here. I got 4, 5. I need to start doing some over here, so I'll get 3 more fuses for those. Let's see. We're gonna get production fuse, 5,000. 3 more energy fuses. So that's 18,000 each. So we got 23,000 out of my 75,000. Guess I could have gone above that, but I feel like that's enough at the moment. 10 minutes. Wait for that. Felonious has got the popcorn out. Oh man, that's something else I need. I gotta remember at some point I will order me some more of that ghost pepper popcorn that I used to eat. I haven't got that in a while. It's kind of pricey. You know, a little bag of popcorn, like 6 bags in a box for like more than what I could buy like a box of like 20 of regular popcorn, like big bags with 20 bags in a box. I mean, great. It's ghost pepper. I'm almost to the point. You know what? I might just... Maybe I just get the regular popcorn and I get some powdered ghost pepper or powdered Carolina Reaper. I think I don't have it. I know I've got some bit somewhere, but it's not like finely ground. I can find some finely ground. I can make my own ghost pepper popcorn instead of that spontaneous combustion one that I was getting. I need to look at that. I might do that sometime. Yeah. Maybe I'll probably be at 100% honestly before the Mammals update releases. I would be surprised if I'm not. Wait a minute. I'm waiting on that to come in. There goes Nurse Stutter. Let's see. How am I doing on other supplies that I took those out. That's doing okay. Doing okay. Nah, it could be better. I mean, I've got like 4 things for producing iridium rods, I think, and I'm finally using up a bunch of those. Super alloy's doing fine. Where's my osmium? I did that second setup today. That should start filling in. Sulfur. Oh, good. It's not running low anymore. For a little while, that was just like horribly low. I kept running out. Titanium kept filling up. I stopped production on that completely. Magnesium's full. Yeah. Cobalt is pretty much full. I think iron was not even close. May need to just have iron production for a little while. Wish these could actually show like a fullness level. You know, like even if you just walk up to it, it says slots open out of this, you know? That would be great. Okay, I think that's fine. Probably should check these though. I did cut some of this production off because I was running out of room for certain things. Like getting that balanced out. I got too many nuggets. Tree roots going back up. Good. Silk is maxed out here. What? Here's what I'm going to do. I am going to... Because I want to have more fabric here. I just don't want to have to cut my fabric production off elsewhere. You know, over at the trade rocket setup. I'll go here. Let's see if I can do it. Yes. Sometimes this is just easier than Auto Crafter. That's all I got. Let's do some more. Yeah, little rapid fire mouse button helps for that sort of thing. And the fact that we can chain production. There you go, look at all that. Ah, it's nice. Let's see how much I used up. Barely touched it. I'm gonna do more. I want to have too much more than I want to have not enough. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going. Oh, you know, I just thought of it because I'm looking at this. Osmium, iridium. Oh, wow, my iridium was showing out. That's interesting. Did it use up all my loose iridium? Oh, I'm not surprised about osmium. Oh, no, it did not. It's just it's out of range from over there. But that means I am using up a bunch of that for... Look at that. Okay, zeolite. Well, I got some zeolite. It's, you know what? Where is it? Osmium. Osmium is out again, so I'm not producing any pulsar quartz. All right. Also not producing any food. I mean, that should last me a few, you know, years. Well, I need osmium rods. Let's go ahead, pull. Let's see where. Okay, that's got the most. I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna go grab the zeolite because I know it's probably filling up again at the zeolite mine. Well, there we go. Okay, so we got some osmium going. If they added a zeolite rod to this, I would go ahead and just have production for that set up here. There is a mod that lets you add rods for the other materials that don't have it. I don't need like an iron rod, cobalt rod, stuff like that. Really, it's zeolite is the only one I'm thinking of right now that would be useful for me to have that, or useful for any player to have it, because it is one spot. You know you're going to be mass producing it. Having a rod, zeolite rod that can be crafted and then shipped out using a drone would streamline it so much better. I just don't want to install a mod just to do that one rod setup, you know? This feels like a waste of a mod to do it for just that one tiny thing. It'd be like adding in the auto-sequence DNA to make one type of, like, larva. Or one type of butterfly. You know, like that. And that's it. Like, nothing else. You can use it for the frog eggs and such. All these different types, but you don't do it. It's like you just want to do this one kind, and that's it. Leave it at that. It just seems like that would be a waste. You know? Oh, hey, a rocket messed up again. It did not launch quite successfully. It somehow ended up going into the water and at a very low angle. So this is not backing up. Let's just check the rocket. Okay, so it is not to that point where this is causing a problem. But all my rockets are launched at the moment, except for that one. So I'm close to the balance point. I may just need that one other production fuse. Might be enough to actually get me to that point. Let's see if it's not back yet. How long? 60 seconds. Great. I got time to clear these out. Again. Yeah. There's time. Yep, that's empty because I don't need titanium. I don't need magnesium, so that one's been converted. So I don't really need like that much iron. There it goes. All right. Nice. 60 seconds should be almost up. Yeah. There it is. Just waiting. It doesn't, land the same rotation that it is then visually showing. You see that snap at the end. I would like to see that adjusted so it at least just it lands correctly, and then if it does need to snap, it snaps only slightly. All right, so we got production fuse. I'm gonna do an energy multiplier again. We'll take that. Boost my power production even more. I'm gonna put it in middle. Eight machines. There it goes, just in range. So, oh, you know what? Forgot to look first. But the amount, I know it's like 190 something, 190,716. So let's see how much it goes up with 3 fuses, targeting 8 of them. 232,296. So be 41,000 and change that it went up just by adding those fuses. Fuses are definitely worth it. You don't want to just keep having to build more and more stuff. I mean, eventually you're gonna have to build more, but the fuses. And I broke another rocket. That's another one, I'm assuming. The one that was right there launched and went into the ground. Okay, now we've got some building up because we've got not enough rockets. Again, one production or one optimizer with now, well, then it was 2, now it's 3. Or maybe it's just the drones are too slow to get over here. Actually want to see it. Make sure it launches. Yep. Okay, that's working. It's because I'm watching it. It goes the right way this time. All right, so I'm doing okay with this. Still plenty right here. All my seed lermas upstairs. I got some golden seeds I never put to use. Granted, I can't produce the golden seeds. If I could, I would be doing it. It should be automatically doing it if I was able to, but it's not. How am I worried about? Well, was it the pressure or? It had to be the pressure. I can't. There's one I put over here. This to optimize these, which I wish it would do. You know, you could have a customizable tier 3 that will let you increase your power heat multiplier. See, so I got this doing heat multiplier, but it only does 8, and there's 9 right here. I don't want to put a second one on there just for the extra 1. Okay, that's... Yeah. Man, I'm still... Optimizers help, but I'm definitely getting way more from the multiplier from the rockets. Satellite, technically. Sending rockets, but satellites in orbit. I need to do some... ramping up on this, I think. Since I can't get certain things just anywhere anymore. I feel like I need to change some stuff around. I always miss that spot. You know what? Haven't been there since the start. Yeah, loads. Yep, there we go. Okay. Yes. Get. Just because I know I'm using it right now. I've used a bunch today. Some obsidian. Just to show off the lovely lava style base again. I'm still really liking the way that fit together. It looks like there's pumps going from the lava up into the heaters. Now, I think that's all I'm going to do here. I'm not going to do multiple levels with it. I'm going to leave it like that because it looks cosmetically nice. And we got some drills out there too. Everything looks, you know, fitting right here. And hey, you know what? Look at it. All this lava, all this glow, and it's not glowing all over one side and not the other, like in Subnautica. You know, they got it working right in this, that the glow does not apply inside half the base. Maybe they should tell the secret to Subnautica devs, like, hey, go change this so you can fix it where it doesn't glow all crazy inside the bases where it shouldn't be glowing. Trying to think what else I want to do. I mean, pretty much everything is fairly well set up. You know, let me check my rocket engine production, see if it's still going. So iridium rods, obviously I got a lot of that right now, which is good. Plenty of production. I just batched out a whole bunch of uranium. Super alloy. I did pull a bunch earlier, but I've got extra storage for that. And I have been stockpiling it for quite a while, so that's good. Uranium. Oh, yeah. Look at, oh, okay, those are clearing out now. Might be a problem. Yeah, let's go check my super alloy. Worst case, I start recycling some rods, and I run out of room for the aluminium. Oh, that's fine. That's good. Not a lot on this one. I guess worst case in the end, you know, I could just sit there and use all the, you know, the extra stuff I have to just start crafting super alloy back at the base. Just be like, oh yeah, let me just craft all this. Now I'm getting to that point. I feel like I've almost got everything where I don't need any more outposts. And I kind of, since there's no way to reorder this without just dismantling and rebuilding the teleporters, I kind of feel like I want to start reordering these by dismantling them and rebuilding them. I might end up just taking this one out. I don't think I'm gonna build anything over here this time around. It's just convenient spot. But yeah, I feel like we need a way to reorder these, you know. But I feel like I need to start going through, deconstruct, reconstruct, rename, and just figure out the order I want them to be in, and then go through and rebuild them in that order so they are sequenced the way I would like. And then all future ones will just be, you know, added wherever. So that gives me a massive iridium mine. Well, not as massive, but a good super alloy mine. 2 uranium mines. 2 osmium mines. And 1 zeolite mine. Technically, I could try to go over here and build like another one for osmium, but I'm pretty sure that one was the really tiny one. You could not fit 9 extractors in there, so it would be me going over there to get the raw osmium. You know, it feels like they're gonna have to have some kind of extra biome over here in the end. You can see the edge of the map very defined. It's either they're gonna add more down there or they're gonna put something else up here in the end. I would love to have it like, instead of this clicking thing, give me a way to click and drag. You know, if it's playing with a game controller joystick to kind of move around the map, it's just kind of frustrating. This is not fun doing it this way. I want to be able to move more smoothly. So I think I've got enough resource production for everything now. At least as far as the mining stuff goes. Let's see. 155 ore extractors. Yeah, that should be plenty. 15 heaters, 15 drills. So I got it perfectly balanced there. 35 auto crafters. 104 generators. $17 outside lamps. I feel like I could do more than that. Oh, maybe it's time to start building a ton of not teleporters, a ton of fusion generators just to at least finish populating the entire first floor so it's visually full. I need to go like along here and then do the same thing on this side, like completely replicate it across all the way around to there. And just, yeah, let's see what we got. Oh, we got Tom. I can do that. I'm gonna cannibalize some of my super alloy for this, but 4 and 5. Reason why I have plenty of super alloy. Okay, so that's 8. So I need 10. Yeah. There you go. Let's just... Okay, so that's exactly what it's gonna do. Okay, so 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yep, that's the last I can get without being partial stack. So okay, so that should be hopefully enough. We'll do this. I'll make this look pretty. I'm really kind of glad the optimizers work so well. I did not want to have to do like 50 floors to this. I did that last game save where I had like a whole bunch of floors. Granted, it was the 2x2 room, not the 3x3, because we didn't have the 3x3 when I started building that. But still, filling every one of them up, going up the ladder, up and down like that was just so frustrating. It's not fun having big bases with lots of floors because of the way the ladders work. You can't stack them on top of each other. It just causes problems. Right? I mean, Subnautica's ladders are no picnic either, but at least it works a little bit better. How tight did I make this? I did not. A little overlap, but not a lot. I'll let the little stick out bots overlap a bit. I'm fine with that. I want the base to be just a tiny overlap. I may have gone too far out from the wall. I'm just gonna go until I run out of supplies or room. I ain't worry about having the exact count match on each side. I just want it to be completely filled in. It was, oh, there we go. I'm out. Half as much as I brought over here to do this. So that was 232,000, 276,000. Yeah, that just the sheer amount of what I added there plus the rest around that corner in the back to get to that amount versus 3 energy fuses and 1 optimizer, tier 2 optimizer. Yeah, optimizers are definitely a huge boost on the power production. Okay, there's 10 and 8. So that's another 20. Hopefully that It'll get me at least close to being like around the corner there. And I can figure out the last few that I need. Ooh, I'm about to be right at it, I think. Oh, if this will cover me all the way, I will be so happy. Oh, let's bump it there. I guess right to the corner. Yes. Okay. So one floor done. Let's see how many generators that is. That's consumption. 90 fusion generators, so 45 per side, producing 420,000, and I've gone up to 305,000 without adding any more fusion or power fuses. So I had one more. That supplies for one more. All right, you know what? I got money. I got more money coming in. Let's go buy 3 more fuses. And we're gonna bump this up again before we have to wrap it up. I do need to cut it about the 3-hour mark today because I promised, or I offered, because I knew it was gonna be a bad day. But today is what would have been my parents' wedding anniversary. And this is the second one since my father passed. So I didn't want to leave my mother alone all day. I wanted her to have some company. So I'm taking her out to dinner as soon as we are done here. So we will be cutting it around maybe a little past the 3-hour mark. Not by much, because I won't have time to go change and get ready. But I'm going to take her out for a nice dinner tonight. Since, you know, most places will not be open tomorrow night because of being Christmas Eve. So we're doing it tonight while places are still open. Mostly normal operating hours. And I should have gone ahead and ordered another optimizer here, I guess. Or another fuse for over here. Apparently, I did not produce enough because it's either those are stuck. They're stuck. One of them is stuck again. That's what it is. One is stuck. And you know, you saw it, or I saw it. One of these got dropped off and still had that icon sitting there on, like it's stuck on it there. It's making me wonder if it puts one in like that and it's getting hung up with that. Like it's not changing over because one of them did get stuck. Oh, it's your parents' anniversary today too? Well, I don't remember you saying anything about them, either of them passing, so tell them happy anniversary. It was actually my parents' anniversary and my mother's parents' anniversary, which is why they matched up, because they wanted to have, I guess my mom thought it would be romantic to have their wedding on the same day as her parents' anniversary, as opposed to his parents' anniversary. So it was actually that too. But yeah, again, I'm taking her out because I didn't want her to. Funny enough, when I said I was going to take her out tonight, I told her that. She's like, "Oh, I didn't even realize it was Saturday." So like, she just it didn't register with her. I guess because she wasn't planning anything. You know, no buying a card or present or anything for my dad. So she it's just kind of. She said she didn't think about it. I'm thinking she probably did, but she was trying to downplay it so I wouldn't worry. I knew that as soon as she thought about it, she would be upset, you know, so I didn't want her to be on her own all day for that. Even though she would see me tomorrow, of course. I wanted to do something for her today. So, yeah, we're going to go out to eat. One of her favorite places. One of the places that my parents always like to go on a regular basis. That is not open on Sundays ever. Like, this is one place that they will not open at all on Sundays to go eat. So, it's hard to get over there, to take her over there to eat during the week. So, we're going to go to that place because my parents would go there a lot together. And it's a seafood place, but it's country seafood. Actually, it's a barbecue place. Really, that's what it is. It's a barbecue place, but they do like down home country style seafood as well. And I just think of it as a seafood place because every time we go, that's what my parents will get. That's what I get. We always get catfish. You know, it's not seafood. It's river food. We always get fried catfish. My dad would always get the whole catfish fillet. Like, it's just the fillet, but it'd be bone in. I don't want to mess with the bones. I don't want to pick it out for like my teeth or bite into it and I get a bone jabbing me in the gum. I want to eat boneless, so I get the boneless fillets. Mom likes to go there because they have it's either the chocolate pie, or a key lime pie she likes to get there. And they always have, she says, and I don't care for it, but it's the best sweet potato casserole anywhere. She always has to get that. I get, like, their fried okra is great there. Better than most places that have it. And then usually I'll find, like, some other veggie, something like that, or baked potato. They have some of the best cornbread around, though, because they cook it properly. I remember when this other place we used to eat had cornbread recipe that was like almost a Mexican cornbread, where it had spice to it, like they used jalapenos in it. And this place doesn't do that. The other place that did do that doesn't do it anymore. Let's see. Yep, still got money. Actually, not that far off after even ordering this last batch again. I may have to do some more optimizer. May just have to make some more trade rockets. Get like 30 trade rockets going for the fabric that I don't have to worry about. Oh, I got time. That's like 4 minutes and change. We'll go get some zeolite. Go harvest that, so I make sure I have some going for my rockets. And because I keep neglecting it, so it fills up. That's the other thing. I keep forgetting about it, so it gets full. Like, I'm sure my aluminium is probably absolutely full at the moment over there because I haven't been there the whole time when streaming. Dump that. Let's go check those. Wow, surprisingly not full yet. Shows how long I've neglected my zeolite location at times. And that is another one that there's the, I can't remember the name of it. It's like more rods or something like that. That adds even like aluminium rods to the game where you can just, you know, it's one of those mods that's actually meant to help with storage so that you could compress things into rods instead of having it be the raw material, and not actually meant for like, you know, use with the, well, I mean, you could use it with the stacking mod, but it's meant to be an alternative to the stacking mod ultimately, rather than like, you know, using the stacking mod. I like the stacking mod because it does combine with your inventory. It means you can carry more stuff on your excursions to go get things. And apparently I am full on aluminium now. Too much stuff. Yeah, because it's not harvest. You know what? That's it. Just gonna make a bunch of this. I need to use up some magnesium, titanium, aluminium. Oh, cobalt too. I mean, really everything. I got plenty right now. Okay, that used up a bunch. Not enough titanium used up, but used up a bunch of aluminium. Let's go. Let's do some more. I've got 12 extractors going. All I gotta do is go turn them on for, you know, everything iron, everything cobalt, whatever. It's fine. I can make it work. Look at that. Ah! Finally! I could see emptiness again in there, and I still have tons of that. Also, I don't know why that's stuck. That's absolutely should not have been stuck. I'm not out of room for uranium. I know that. I should be, like, producing rocket engines like crazy. Wow. Okay. So, rocket engines. I launched a total of 500 rockets. Not too long ago. Let's clarify, that was not too long ago. 500 rockets. And let's just go ahead and rule out the fact that, yes, there's a whole stack of rockets filled up back there because that's full again. So it basically empties out for the ones I did here. Oh, it did not fully bring all the rockets, so I'm short one. But I was like somewhere around here. So I've produced that many rockets since I launched all of them earlier. I think the rockets are the least of my issues for production. I might need to worry about some of the other things. Seem to be okay on rocket production now. Oh. Yeah, I gotta ramp up some other stuff then. I might have to do some more beehives too, if that's the case. Let's see. Yeah, that's not even like filling up that fast. I think what's it? There's, you know what, let me double check. I can just check here. The super alloy I got dedicated for that. Oh, that's iridium. If the aluminium was almost full, then this is probably close to full as well. Or it's actually full because I got the optimizer here. Because I was needing a lot of just plain iridium. And I wasn't producing enough rods yet. Now I got enough. I could take those out. Actually. I may leave them until I fill up completely and then at some point take those out. It's a little more convenient than having to, you know, go and recycle a ton of rods to do that. Okay. See how these are doing. Make sure I don't have anything backing up here. Oh, it's fine. There we go. Okay. Yeah, plenty of supplies. I made a lot of rockets very fast, so super alloy is gonna be a big one because most of them, 4 of the rocket recipes require 2 super alloy per rocket. So that's gonna be a big consumption right there. And I've got extra spaces for super alloy for that reason. Let's see, uranium. Oh wow, yeah, that did. I mean, this was full and this was like about half full, And plus I had some in each of these, and that's already down that much. Iridium? Is something else is using the iridium. The raw iridium, and then it's the rods that are being used for the rocket engine. So let's just see. Oh yeah. There we go. Still got room for right now. Uranium rods. I did upgrade, so we got more. Yep. Super alloy. I should overall across all of the stores. I should be fine. I might have to deconstruct some or recycle some for that. Osmium. I got more production. You know, we only have that one super alloy spot, and it's not as big as some of the others. And it's not like you want to sit there and use everything else to make super alloy. You know, it's like you don't want to sit there and burn through all your cobalt and everything to make super alloy. You don't want to just do that. You don't want, you know, have to. I mean, technically, I could set up a spot that produces, like over by the aluminium fields. I could set up some extra ones and have them producing everything necessary. I did do that. I had extra super alloy being produced there until I built that stuff in the back. I could literally just go and set up 5, 10 other ones and have super alloy being produced over there and to be shipped back along with as part of the rods with the extra. It really is. It's kind of like now I'm gonna do that. I'll figure out something else. But that's, yeah. Obviously rocket engines are not a problem at the moment. Cobalt and silicon, I need to make sure I keep my production up because that will be for rockets. The seeds, I guess I might be actually needing to expand these out a bit more. So I got these. I started with those two. I expanded these. I might just replicate it across here and do like another 2 combined in each direction. That could be 4 or well 8 total for more. For tree root, because that's not filling up as fast. That's the seed spreader and the plants rocket both use tree root, so I will need a bit more of that. Mutagen and osmium rods, which I took care of the osmium rods. I think the mutagen is fine. I was overloaded with it. Yeah, I'm over thinking about this. I may see if I can figure out a way to balance this out a bit more to where I can start doing a few more rockets over here and just start really, really ramping this up. At least 1,000 of each. You know? I mean, let's at least get to 1,000 of every type. I mean, why not? You know, I can do it. Bees, I think, will be a bigger problem because they don't produce as fast. I really don't want to start fumbling to get uncommon larvae to produce them. Yeah, I want to think about this. That's definitely gonna be something. Again, I would love to see a way to like group things instead of priority level, priority groups. You know, each group is like these drones and these containers all fit together in this group number. That would help. All right, Dustin. We'll see you hopefully next week because we'll do this again next week. Next week is New Year's Eve. So nothing extra special I gotta do there. So we'll do this again next week. So we'll see you then. And happy holiday. Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, whatever it is. Christmas, Kwanzaa. There. Oh, I'm out of zeolite. I just saw that grayed out. Yeah, okay, zeolite I can readily produce more. It's just, it's not as convenient because there's no easy bulk transport option. I forget about it, and then I get enough that I start. I stop worrying about it, and then I run out, and I go back after I forgot about it again. And that is okay. I'm getting again these random pieces of stuff that is just like, oh yeah, this piece of uranium is stuck, will not transfer anywhere. And you see, I just put it in there, and it's got that icon tied to it for the drone, like the drone is still trying to do it. I think that's what's happening with the fabric and the cookies on the trade rockets. Is it's eventually going away where the icon's not there, but it's acting like there's a piece of fabric or a cookie in the last slot when there's not. Like, you know, come on, come get these. There's a rocket launching. Okay. And it doesn't seem to be consistent, like everything breaks. Like all of them stop working. It's like certain ones stop working. And then others stop working. And then eventually others stop working. And it just comes down to me being stuck with a bunch of different ones that just, you know, it gradually stop working. I have to close out, reopen, and it works fine again for a while. All right, before we go, I'm going to do one more. Let's buy out a bunch more stuff. I'm going to do 3 more production fuses. That's 33,000 out of my 18 or my 41,000, so that's going to leave me a little bit. 3 more energy fuses, so I'll boost my power. I'll boost the production over there for the fabric, because that'll help make more money in the end anyway. And this will be, we'll wait this 10 minutes out, get some other stuff handled. I don't know, I'm getting back to that point. You know, I don't want to do anything super, like, massive in terms of, like, structurally going way up yet on this, just because you run into more performance issues. I do want to build at least, like, say, a total of maybe up to about that height level with the thermal setup, so it at least goes up a bit, kind of make it stand out. I gotta figure out how to get the larva and everything going so I can do some decorative stuff and have all the different kinds on display. I gotta figure out how to get it to let me to play nice with me on the automated sequencing. Let's take these out. Let it get back to doing its thing. Okay. So it's doing making a larva and making something. Yeah, I need to do some more decorative stuff with what's going to be the home. I got to figure out how to get all of the different... Well, I got most of the frog eggs now because it was like doing a lot of those varied for a while. Now it's getting the butterflies. I got to go find some of them still. So I'm not a fan of that. And I got to go produce some of them. And then the fish eggs. The fish are the problem. I keep having the frog eggs override. I need to check that config file to see if it will let me disable the frogs for a little bit. And see if the mod will let me do that. Because that will fix my problem there. And I can have my nice decorative stuff. And hopefully soon we're going to get the next update for this. So it should be beginning January, February range for the year. We should get another update. A larger, you know, update. I remember they said something about when they're going to try to release it. They just weren't sure which one, or they weren't going to say which one yet. Which update. Which new item said it was going to be. Yeah, looks nice. You know, it's sort of decent. Oh, and I need to wait about doing this because I did not make a house teleporter yet. Yeah, I need to wait about redoing that because I did not make a house teleporter. I want to have my bases all tied together. I guess technically... Ah! Come on, I clicked the thing. Sitting there clicking it, would not grab it, fell, got hurt. Jetpack would not turn on either. Yeah, I gotta get up here and start getting this all set up so as you come in and it's just this big decorative area. Really can't do much with that in here. I'll do some fancy lighting up here, something like that, and then upstairs, nice lounge living area with a nice view. I'll do some windows, kind of like, you know, what I did with the lava area, the volcanic biome spot. And then I need to add a teleporter in here. Actually, maybe I'll just do a teleporter out here, put it to the side. You teleport here, so you get this nice walk-in grand entrance area type thing. And I'll leave this connected because, well, you know, looks like it's mounted at least. Doesn't actually connect into the ground, but at least looks kind of like it's attached. And I get a nice view of everything. Look at all that algae. I don't even know why the algae is rendering at this distance like that. Like, the butterflies are not showing anything. I don't see, like, big glowing area for the butterflies. Or little, like, specks for the frogs. I don't even see the fish farms, but I can see the algae generators and the effect of the algae where it is. I can't even see that tier 2 biodome. I can see the door. Can't see the dome. But I can see all that. I can see the trade rockets, which actually kind of, I guess, makes sense. So you want to see those from a distance so you can see which ones have launched, not launched. But I can't see the biodome. Yeah. Uh, 4 minutes. I guess while I'm waiting for other stuff to produce, you know, it's fine. Just let that go. Okay, so yeah, I think we're getting close to that point again where it's kind of like just stand still until we get more content from the devs. Justin123, good evening. Greetings to you in Poland. I don't remember if we've had anybody ever announced from Poland. I know we've had Italy. I know I've had Brazil. I want to say I have Colombia. Maybe Netherlands. A few other places like that. I think somebody used to come in from France. Occasionally. So yeah, welcome. Thanks for joining. Okay, so yeah, as I was saying, I think we're about to that point where it's kind of like I don't have any real major new places to go build bases. I mean, as far as a cosmetic look, I went to the more interesting ones that I haven't done, which was, of course, the new volcano biome, and building out here so it's easier to deal with the water-based production as opposed to building up top of that last time. And I'm keeping everything more compact in one area, rather than spreading it out where like have rocket launching over there and other stuff over there and other stuff over there. I'm trying to keep it as compact as I can. All the mines are up and running as good as I feel like I need them to. I could do the Twilight Forest thing again, though I kind of feel like I should get back to the crater, messing with that and making it look a little bit more involved. And more plant life and such. I'm really hoping we get some interesting looking stuff as far as when the mammals stuff gets added to the game. That we have like some pigs or something like that will wander around the farm or whatever it is. I really would like to get some of that going in the crater. I may move a couple of the fish farms out to the crater. Instead of trying to finish filling this in, actually. Because I've got like look right there, and I've got a few more golden fish eggs. I may move them out to the crater and just stick with the 2 rows on these. Maybe take the middle out so it's open, kind of like the algae is. So at least it's more symmetrical to the way the algae is set up. I really don't want to do anything else with the amphibian farms and such. I feel like there should just be more amphibians showing in certain areas. Again, that's more, performance hit with that happening. If they can't, until they change something that reduces the amount of like butterflies around the farms and such. I'm not thinking. I got a lot of tree spreaders here that kind of are, generating a bunch of trees. The trees are kind of sporadic in certain spots. That's just the natural growing ones, but I got all my little grass flower spreaders going. I may put some more flower spreaders out here, move some of the golden seed ones out to this area. And I may start doing some more tree spreaders here with some different trees. See if maybe it's just these that I'm not getting very good spread. Or maybe I just need to put more of them for more density. But yeah, some fish farms thrown out there. Gives me some fish going around the area. And it'd be great to have like just animals. Goats. Mountain goats. All along the cliff edges. Mammals update. Mountain goats. I don't know what they're going to really help with as far as production, but mountain goats. Something crawling up the sides here. That'd be nice. I'll probably just have to put some things down there and help it have some animals trapped in the middle of an island. In the middle of a crater. I mean, it's not exactly fair to the mammals that they get stuck there, but you know what? It's my setup. I'm putting them there. So yeah, I got the crater I can still do some stuff with. I can do some stuff with the house. I can build some more heaters. But I think overall it's getting back to that point where it's just like, it's going to be just doing stuff to launch a lot of rockets, stuff like that, until we get the next update. And I'm kind of poised where when the next update hits, I'm going to move pretty quickly through it. I probably won't have to, it won't take that long to get everything unlocked with it. Unless they add a new terraformation mechanic involved with biomass. So I don't know why there would be a new one. Based on what we've already got, but they could. Now maybe with the, like the animals part, they add like a poop factor. You gotta have enough poop being generated for it to help, Oh, let me take those out because I did not look. Again, I gotta remember to look. What am I at? I'm at 304,000 total, 420,000 available or being produced. I'll dump that in. Some storm triggering and lagging things up a bit. So 352. 467. Well, very quickly hit that million mark. And we're going to throw this in there, and we're going to see how much that speeds up the fabric production. Preferably not speeding up any of the cookie food crop production. Ah, look at that. There we go. All right, well, one floor at least filled in as far as power. I just got to get a bunch more optimizers and energy multiplier fuses, which is going to take a bunch of tokens. But hey, I got my tokens automated. Honestly, for that setup, I know Xbox, he was here with us, he'd be arguing about the whole, like, his setup with the Pulsar Quartz. But honestly, that is absolutely set and forget with the fabric and the cookies. And it's not like I'm using fabric so much that it's impacting me on building stuff. You know, the Pulsar Quartz, you're using it for other things. Doing a lot of Pulsar Quartz to ship would impact you a little bit, especially on like power production, things like that. And it's really not that big ultimately of a difference. It's not like, oh, a rocket full of fabric is 200 tokens, but that's 1,200 or 2,000. No, it's 600. It's really not a huge difference ultimately. I'll say 600. I think it was 600 or 625, something like that. Still, you know, with that, for the resources, the location of them, you know, I'd have to get more osmium or more zeolite. Let's say, yeah, maybe osmium too. What was it? Yeah, go get osmium, zeolite, iridium, uranium, the methane cartridges. You know, you gotta bring them in from so far. The silk for fabric, you just set up the silk generators with silkworms. You just gotta make enough silkworms. Auto sequence DNA made that super easy. Once I just moved things far enough away so it could only do the silkworms. And yeah, it's just easy. Set it, forget it, walk away. Just a lot of drone traffic. Let's see, all those drones going there. Should be launching another fabric rocket hopefully in a moment. Right, cookie rocket launching. Looks like still get some fabric getting transported. They're going back and forth, at least on those. That's funny. Usually the drones will go pick up something and then come back here while other drones are going there. But there's two that seem to be just looping back and forth. I wonder if that's actually just they're stuck or it's actually transporting something. And we got another rocket landing. Okay. This is starting to feel like a loop to me. Oh, no, it actually was working. They actually were filling it up. That's weird. Why are the other drones not coming over here? Usually they rotate completely. They go all the way back to the drone base and then come over here. That's different. Okay. Something changed. Again, as I play. Alright. I got energy multiplier fuses in. I got my production fuses in. I'm making some money again. We're up to 1/4 the way to the mammals before they adjust the stage value. Power. Tons of power, yeah. And extra 500 rockets today. Which I'm already full of. I'm already ready to make more, launch more rockets. So I guess next time we'll do another 500 rockets. Something like that. I guess, you know, well, maybe 750. Maybe I can get enough for 750. Do 50 of each time. So we'll do like 50, round of 50 for each one, and go back through. That way it gets 300, then all the way up, push up to 400. And I can just do 100 rounds at that point. Get to 1,000 of each rocket. Yeah. So, well, that's it. We're gonna wrap up now. End the Christmas Eve stream. We'll do the New Year's Eve stream next week. We'll do some more goofing around, just relaxing, having fun. Timmy, say hi. One more hi. Say goodbye. You know, he's like, don't want to say goodbye because it means you gotta go outside with it being cold, even though he knows he's gotta go outside to pee. Look at him. Oh, look, yeah. Look at that. Defense mode. Show the belly. Look cute. So, happy holidays to you, Jenny, as well, and everybody else. We're gonna have, you know, everybody coming back after Christmas with stories of like, this is what I got so far on the winter sale. Man, I'm still gonna be thinking about my purchases on the winter sale. You know, I got so many games. I don't want to buy another game that ends up being like it becomes a flop. You know, I got enough games that have turned out to be flops in the past that I just don't want to play anymore. So, but I may, you know, you got close, Jenny, to convincing me on No One Survived. I'm gonna really be thinking on that one along with some others. But yeah, I want to know what everybody buys on the Steam sale next week when we come back, and I'll let you know what I buy, and we'll see what everybody picks up. You're about to dump a bunch on Icarus. Are you about to like buy Icarus, or like for the first time? Or are you about to... Did they have a DLC thing they were doing? That's all? Something about DLC? Some kind of update thing. See, they're slowly starting to crawl out of the bad reviews. I mean, they're getting reviewed better than Starfield right now. Still not my preference. Oh, yeah. Expansions. Okay, New Frontiers expansion. At least it's on sale. Yeah, you're gonna do that. I will check out the photo, Jenny. Just a second. Actually, reminded me that I go ahead and jump on now real quick. God, I didn't know they had 2 more things for it. For Icarus. Still not enough to make me want to try it again. So, Tectonica, yeah, another factory automation one. That's, you know, again, I get it. Some people like factory automation games. Not for me. It's just too involved on the factory automation. I'll tell you one I have been playing a lot lately, partly because it is an incremental game. So, it's one you just kind of, you leave going. I can, like, let it run in the background while I go do other things during the day. And it is, you know, a good example of this is not for everybody. It's like, factory automation is not for everybody. But a game called Bit Burner. It's all one word, Bit Burner. And it's a programming game. Actually, like you learn to write JavaScript code from playing the game. But it's not a hand-holding thing. It does not sit there and say, okay, go and do... It's not missions where you get like told, here's how to do a certain command. It's actually more of like, you kind of have to go and do your own research and look at what other people do and kind of actually learn some about JavaScript. So I've been playing it because I want to learn JavaScript. I thought it'd be a good way to, you know, hey, it's fun, learn JavaScript. And it's free, completely free to play. You don't have to pay for it, completely free. And they are updating it constantly. I mean, even since I started playing it, it's already got a new update. And it is... overwhelmingly positive on all the reviews. Again, it's a game that is not for everybody. It is old school, like, think of like the first Matrix movie when he's sitting there at the computer hacking away. It's that kind of thing with the green text and everything. It's very much realistic to the way computers work. So it's not for everybody, but I like it because I'm learning something with it. And if you are wanting to learn factory automation, then hey, SAS Factory, Factorio, you know, games like that are going to be for you, not for me. So I'm not a Tectonica guy. I'm not going to get that, but it was mentioned earlier, which is why I was bringing it back up. But yeah, we're going to call it for today. End of the stream. Thanks for hanging out. We are going to go have a good rest of our day. I got to take my mother out for a nice dinner. And, yo, Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Kwanzaa. Hanukkah. Whatever you celebrate. Just go enjoy the rest of your day, rest of your weekend, the holiday weekend. And we will see you guys next week.